Nah, I'm supposed to be crazy, man. When I seen it going, that really got me. I don't like that stuff got to be hot.
Testing.
Loud and clear.
Hello.
Yes.
Test number 3.
Test number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
1, 2, 3.
4. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. See how long you do it.
5.
6.
7.
8.
9.
8.
69.
Oh.
Episode
That is the
69. Episode 69, y'all.
Summer of 69.
Getting it on.
He just got in trouble for saying something about considered racist.
Who did?
Brian Adams.
Get out of here.
He blamed it on like those bad eating people from China.
Oh,
All
really?
bad eaters or
Bad
something.
eaters. That's not even racist sounding.
Well, nowadays everything is
Well,
up for debate.
Everybody's touchy.
Yeah.
Some touchy
Joe
mofos.
Biden.
if the president says it, then it's all right, right?
Well, apparently he can say whatever he wants.
Yeah. No shit with no repercussions
I
whatsoever.
like the way he talks. He
says this.
he says what he means.
Yeah, exactly. But no, he didn't mean that.
Well, he didn't really mean it.
Right.
I mean, he's just.
But I like he says what he thinks.
Clorox.
But he didn't think that really. Yeah. Don't inject with Clorox. He didn't mean that.
He didn't mean it. Like, he was being sarcastic. And whenever he makes a mistake, he's really just showing you how Joe Sleepy Biden talks.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? That's not really how he talks. That's just what Sleepy Joe says.
Go ask China. Well, no. Why
No.
are they asking him all these dumb? Because you're the leader of the fucking free
Yeah.
world. If
Well,
you don't
they're-
have an answer, you should have an answer.
They're asking him questions. They're just trying to make him look bad.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they didn't do that to anybody else, huh? I guess the press.
No, never.
That's
No.
not their job or
Nobody.
anything.
They've never treated a sitting president as bad.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy talk out
Short
here.
memories, man. What is it?
Yes.
What is it? What's the impulse to be that?
I don't know. You posted something great. Yeah. Well, I think it was yesterday. What is that? I was like, oh man, that's great. I can't remember. I gotta look it up. The
Mitchells.
Yeah, there we go. The Venn diagram of senile,
Oh, yeah.
incompetent, and criminal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you see that?
Oh,
Can you see that?
Cena. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah, he's a perfect mix.
Yep, right in between all
No
this.
doubt. No doubt. Especially with the shit, like, the shit they got Nixon on, the shit that
Yeah.
was supposed to, like, blow him out of the water when he was like, well, the president's above the law.
Yeah.
What the fuck has this motherfucker been saying the whole time?
Or doing.
Well, I make the decision. I'm the one who makes the decisions.
I think there was enough
crazy.
public sway back then because of the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
There was
Right?
enough personal feelings hurt. See, these people that like him, they're not. They haven't felt for his whole, I guess, term so far, like personally offended by him in any
No.
way. He's.
Uh-huh.
If there was a draft, maybe, and their kids were, maybe they'd change their
Well,
mind.
the way people are wanting to fight right now, I mean, I know they only want to fight until they actually have to get into the ring, and then they don't want to fight. You
Right.
know? But it's almost like the people that I know that still support him, it's because they've gone too far. Now they don't want to backpedal and say I fucked up.
Yeah.
It's an
You
ego
know,
thing
exactly,
now. Yeah.
exactly. It's not that they
Stupid.
believe, and they're good people.
Yes.
If it wasn't for not knowing their political affiliations, I mean, we'd get along great. But then you bring up politics, and it's like, where the fuck are you even thinking
Yeah,
that? You
it's
know,
weird
you guys are
thing.
good people. You're people that you have no hand. He's not helping or hurting you. You know, well,
Yeah. Not that they're- yeah. Yeah, that's why politics is fucking poison right now.
Why do they
It's
look at
just
him
poison.
and see a better version of themselves?
Yeah.
That's I think maybe one of the roots of the problem is that
That's a good way of looking at it. I mean, he is supposed to be the representation of us,
Yes.
of the U.S. Do you want if you didn't know anything about this country or anything, is that the man you want speaking for you? Fuck no.
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 Not at all.
But if you have a low self-opinion, and you've seen this guy on TV, maybe you sat around and watched him on TV, you're like, yeah, you know what? That is the guy who speaks for me.
I don't know about that.
Maybe.
Unless you have pure hatred in your heart.
Well, I love all of the Trump supporters. I love all the Trump haters. Love them all.
I don't.
I want. I think we got to stop letting them
it's
play
sad.
us. They got to stop playing us like this. This is
Well,
not a
that's-
league. This is not a team, man. You got to quit getting played by these fools.
And that's exactly what it is, you know, like on the Dan Carlin we were listening to, you know, it's like they bring up a good point. It's with this whole corona and shit, it's something we haven't seen before in our lifetimes, you know,
Yeah.
or even humanity hasn't seen in a while. And it's like, it's not me versus you.
No.
It's not you versus you. It is all of us versus that. Quit fucking fighting each other and solve
Yeah.
the goddamn problem.
It's
you know?
ridiculous. Yeah.
I think they assume that if we get along, that's socialism.
It's
Weird.
Right. Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
weird
Yeah.
misunderstanding of.
It's like I was thinking about it after listening to that. It's like, okay, you and I are in a rowboat, and there's a hole, and it's sinking. Instead of us getting there and figuring out a way to keep the boat from sinking, we're arguing about how to do it
Or
while
how-
the boat's sinking.
Yeah, or whose fault it is
yes,
that there's a
that
hole
it's
in
sinking.
the boat.
Exactly, and
It's
that's
just-
what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're arguing about what to do and whose fault it is instead of tackling the problem.
Exactly, man. That's the quickest way to drown. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're fucking drowning and you're close to. So that's why they say when somebody's drowning, you know, you don't jump in the water with it because they'll fucking grab you and push you under. You know, just to save themselves. It's nothing against you. They're just trying to survive. So it's a lot like drowning to me. It's crazy the way we let them divide us up. It's silly.
Yeah.
It really is silly.
And that's what it is. I mean, you can't. Yeah, they're just saying a hypothetical what's in front of you. It's not tackling what's actually in front of you.
Right.
Well, if I do this, then this, and this. Don't worry about that. Just
Fucking
live.
do your job. Yeah.
Right.
Do your job. Do what you're supposed to do. Take care of the people you're supposed to take care of. Move
Stop
on.
worrying about everybody else
Yes.
in terms of how much
They have,
they
and
have
you
a
don't.
better shake than you.
Right.
It's not
Right.
the case.
we had to saying in the Army, it was watch your lane, because
Yeah.
I have this lane that I am supposed to cover, and if I have to worry about you covering your lane or you covering my lane, then something is being missed, and you
Yep.
don't have those overlapping fields of fire. So as long as you stay in your lane and I can trust you're in your lane, then all of our lanes are covered and
Right.
we got it. But everybody's so worried about what the motherfucker next door is doing or what they're getting or what they're not doing in order to get.
Yeah. Well, I'm not getting handouts.
Right.
Like the fucking what's his name, Turtlehead from Kentucky. Like, you know, cut off the blue states or whatever. You know. Meanwhile, Kentucky takes more than.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's
Well, didn't he also suggest states just go bankrupt?
Oh,
yeah. Well, yeah. He
Weeks
was
ago, he
saying let the blue states go bankrupt, which is like, all right, but they're fucking people there. You know what I mean? Like, and I worked for a city that was in bankruptcy, and it's brutal. It's
Yeah.
fucking brutal. You know, when they cut the police force down to the bare minimum. You know, when they cut the ambulances and the fire departments down to
Right.
the bare
no
minimum.
overtime, no
Right.
nothing. Yeah.
And then you can live all high and mighty up on the hill and watch them and go, well, they did it to themselves. Yeah, but where the fuck do you think they're coming next? They're coming to your spot. They're coming to your place, you know?
Yeah, and it's up here in Appalachia. It's like the land that time forgot. you know?
Yes,
So
yes.
what's happening in the rest of the world, it doesn't pertain to us up here. You know, we don't need to close down. We don't need to social distance. We don't have it here. Okay, well, the other 90% of the world is having this problem. You don't think that we're not wearing masks. You don't think people travel through here.
Right.
You don't think, you know, it's like banging the dirty whore without the rubber, you know. Okay, you're going to go ahead. That one time you might not catch the STD, but she banged 50 billion other people, you know.
You're going to get it.
Right. You're going to get it. It's a matter of time.
Yeah. It's yucky.
Yeah.
Yucky. Welcome, everyone listening. Got off to a fiery political
It's yucky.
hotness this
I
morning.
can't hear out of these headphones.
Well, that's
All right,
because you
well,
got the
plug
wrong
them
ones
in.
on.
Plug them in. Grab a pair that's plugged in.
Yeah.
How about this?
Grab
There
a
you
pair
go.
That's plugged in. Yeah.
This one is plugged in. See?
No,
look at that.
As
Who
you
did
can.
that?
Well,
As you can see, that is not attached to
I
anything.
try.
can't even reach.
okay, let's try to be grown up. Grab a set
And
that's
we are
plugged in.
definitely back because
Yep.
me's having technical
I don't know.
difficulties.
Technology.
First of all, we
Oh,
found a
yeah.
headset that fits his head.
There's headsets that don't make sound.
How's that?
It's-
Is that better?
It smells funny.
Does it?
Yeah.
Were you sniffing the ear holes?
You can just
ear
smell it.
pads.
The essence of it is wafting around on me.
Wafting.
You're listening to the Us Guys podcast, episode 69. We are back together. We did our diligence. We stayed separated.
Yes, we did.
Right? It hurt. It
Yeah.
hurts.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts. But we did it. You know, we wanted to get down here.
Absolutely.
We wanted to continue on with our locomotion. But we held up because, you know, we got people we care about. We don't need people getting sick. You know, you don't need your kids getting sick. We got some immunocompromised
People.
folks.
Yeah.
And BTW, none of us are sick.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
maybe-
we're all relatively healthy, right?
yeah.
You know, none of us are like 80.
No.
Not yet.
Not quite.
I feel it.
Yeah, me too.
In my knees and back, I feel 80. But I'm still sharp as a whistle. Mentally, I'm as sharp as a whistle. So take that and smoke it.
I'm as sharp as a gopher's tooth.
That's right.
Beaver tooth?
Chopping down trees and building a dam. What do they call that?
Beaver dam.
A beaver. Yeah, but what's it called inside? A hall?
I don't know.
A hovel.
A lodge?
No, a lodge.
A lodge.
Nice.
Yeah, not
building,
French.
Building my
Well,
lodge.
I thought it was from the French.
Not
for-
French Canadian. You like your French Canadian, don't you?
I don't not like them.
Yeah, he's partially French Canadian. when I met him, he used to break dance.
Yep.
And he wore
I looked a lot like Snow, the informer.
Informer. That was his jam. Yeah.
Yep.
Licky
Yeah.
boom boom now.
Yep.
From the ghettos of Toronto.
You're listening to the Us Guys podcast, episode 69. I'm the Bedazzler. I'm here with THC.
What's happening?
I'm here with Uncle Meat.
Hello, everyone.
We are your Corona cornerstones. All right, we're here, and not everybody can get to their regular activities, but luckily we took a chance this morning, and we are here,
Yes.
and we're
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah, we are your oasis.
Yes.
In the desert of pandemic.
We're on the dock. We can provide shelter and food, protection,
Sports massages.
all types of yogi exercises, breathing exercises.
Stretches.
Bong. What kind of weed are you guys hitting on over there? What's the name of it?
Dream is the weed. It's a sativa, and it kicks like a mule, I might say. Made me
Nice.
weird a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hit
I
you.
thought I was going to vomit, which never happens. But
Yeah.
I was hot. It was hot. Remember, it was like 80 degrees.
Right.
My glandules are all fucked up, so I get all like I feel like I'm going to either explode.
Oh yeah, you got that inner
Yeah,
fire
it's
burning
fucked
like
up.
a dragon that can't blow the flames.
Right.
And then
Release the flames.
Right.
Like
Indigestion.
blue balls of the
Soul.
the-
soul.
Yeah.
You got soul balls.
He's got soul blue balls. And there's a soul that needs to come out. Yeah, we got together Friday night. We had with Tony Ferrari,
T-bone.
Ferrari, and me and Uncle Meat over here. We got together and did some jamming, and
Jamming on the one.
the Wet Dreams got into them.
Yeah.
Got
And
him
all
in.
the movement. I was moving a lot.
Were
Yeah.
you?
On the drum, all around.
So his upper body was moving a
Yeah.
lot.
Well, because when you're a drummist, your legs move too.
A drummist?
Right.
Don't they?
When you're why are you looking at me? I'm not a drummer.
He's not a drummist.
I'm not a drummist. I have no musical talent whatsoever.
I bet you do.
No.
Kazoo.
Do I?
Kazoo.
Oh.
He played
Yeah, I did
kazoo,
play kazoo.
back in the
Daddy
day.
T-bone steak.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
days.
Back in the days of the Johnstown High Battle of the Bands,
Yeah.
there was a super group called T-Bone, Mac Daddy T-Bone Steak. And-
One of the first super groups.
Right, of this era.
Yeah.
And it was a bunch of us talentless the horde of talent was.
And we broke off some.
We looked good.
Kazoo, yeah.
Yes, kazoo solo.
We would have a kazoo, and then
Bucket.
somebody would have like a mic with a distortion pedal, so we'd have effects on the kazoo.
Yeah, we
And
went
they were-
off.
We were playing it. What's little Chewbacca playing the bucket or something?
Yeah, I can't remember it, but I mean,
I can't.
I know that a
happened.
bunch of us who were not a band by any means, jumped in the competition,
And
and we did it.
yeah,
You know?
I don't even remember the song.
I don't either. I remember that there was another group there though that we were making fun of.
No,
A couple.
you don't say.
Guys are making fun of something.
I
Yeah,
know.
it was nonstop. It was good times.
Very
Good
nice.
times. So what else is going on?
UFCs.
UFC's big crazy 3 UFCs this
Yeah,
week.
well, the lack of sports, total lack of sports, man.
Yes.
I mean, the UFC's coming on, and I guess they're doing NASCAR racing.
Oh,
or
really?
Some kind of racing today. So those are like, yeah, I know. People at work, while being Trump supporters, they're also race fans.
Well, yeah,
Go figure.
NASCAR fans.
Shocking.
Yeah, it is.
There is a little correlation there.
Hand in glove.
We go together. That's one of the biggest spectator sports, though. I heard, like,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people go there and drink beer and
Flash
know.
their titties.
flash their titties.
Wonder if Dale's gonna win.
Dale, get it, Earnhardt. You
The
know.
only racer, yeah, him, I remember, and Dick Trickle.
Dick Trickle, because
That's anytime they talk about him, like, how'd Dick Trickle do? And
Yeah.
They'd like, he knows nothing about
I remember
racing.
that name.
it's an awesome name.
It is.
It's an awesome race name. I would like that to be my race name. if I
Dick
were-
Trickle coming in first.
I'd like to be Little Dick Trickle.
LD Trickle.
I'd like to be his son, or a rapper, Lil Dicky Trickle.
Little Dickle Trickle.
I want a
There you
jersey.
go.
that
There's
says
your rap name.
Lil Trickle, Lil Dicky Trickle, coming through. He's on the last lap. Well, we got to hold up the race and wait for Lil Dicky Trickle to come around. He's got one eye, and these left turns are fucking him up.
That is his bad side.
He can't be turning left and left and left. He keeps trying to turn
Over
right.
and over and over
He
again.
keeps trying to turn right.
He's an ambi-turner.
Having hard times out here.
Hard times.
Hard times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good to be back, man. And this is episode 69. Come
Special.
on.
Yeah.
Come on. It's in the name. It's in the numbers, all right? I study numerology. And,
Zodiac.
and 69 is a pretty serious number.
It is, because it's all made up of threes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're odd triads.
Yeah. And they're turned on each other.
They're magic.
You know.
They're magic numerals, yeah. In tune with the frequency of the planets.
Yes. The planets. Speaking of planets.
Pluto isn't a planet. ETW.
That's like 15 years old.
Probably not that long.
Right. Well.
And I think there's arguments that it is in fact a planet. There's
Isn't
been
it
some
like
pushback.
an
in this-
exoplanet? Isn't that
something
what
like
they
that.
call
I don't
What
know.
about Nephilim, the 14th planet that disappeared?
That
Where'd it
sounds
go?
like a. I thought that was a villain in a.
No, it's like the
Ancient
realm of
There was ancient the Sumerians, or before that maybe they in their tablets
They had it.
they wrote about all the planets except for they had 14 at the time.
Really?
Yeah, and they said that that's where they came from.
probably thought the moon was
The
a
people
planet or
who
something.
the people who set up, no, maybe.
They might have. Who knows?
But
yeah,
they-
that's why they have the pyramids and
Yeah.
Stonehenges and
yeah, because they said the aliens seeded us here.
Well, that's what I've been watching a lot. Like, I'm working from home now.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there at home in front of my computer. I turn on like the YouTube and turn on some
from
shit
home.
and listen to it. Well, and I've been listening to like the world's unexplained mysteries and shit like that, and the archaeological finds that they don't know, like Göbekli Tempe in
Yes.
India and stuff. There's no way they should have been able to do that.
Right. Yeah, there's some pretty bizarre shit, man. Some Stargate shit.
Oh yeah,
You know?
there is for real.
Yeah, I've been really getting into that.
Or what about? I don't mean to cut you off.
go
but
ahead.
you know,
does.
there's some mountain range in South America that they thought forever was a mountain range, and it's actually like a series of pyramids that's just all overgrown.
Wow, no
Wow,
shit.
really?
Those
Those
hills.
step pyramids.
I don't
Yeah.
think I heard about that.
No.
Maybe that'll be on my next one.
Well, it's crazy now what they can find because they use
LiDAR
like
and stuff.
satellites
Right.
and LiDAR, and so they don't have to just start
Google
digging up
Earth.
somewhere. They can just fucking zoom under the ground and.
Well, one of the ones they were talking about was Antarctica. Is now that the ice sheets are melting, there's like some shit coming out that they're like, what the fuck?
What?
You know, is there an ancient civilization that was in Antarctica that you can't see because it's buried under?
I'm sure there was at some point.
Yeah, and if the climate was different, you know what I mean? That could have been warm up there, livable.
But that's
and-
like 40,000 years ago. And we have what? Human habitation started, what, like 23?
Yeah, they're
something
saying
don't
they
quote me
believe.
on that.
Yeah, we believe it's
So
only
it
a
would
little.
rewrite the history books.
Oh, hell
You know,
yeah.
well, they just found out not fairly recently. It was always thought, you had Neanderthals and then us, but they have the Denzovians now, and they have something else that's another DNA
They have to
marker.
label the ones that intermingled
Yeah.
sexually, or maybe
Well, they did bang each other.
Oh yeah.
right.
Oh hell yeah.
or socially, maybe more broadly. Socially.
I'd bang a Neanderthal.
Me too.
No doubt.
You
They're probably-
haven't? There's a few.
I may. All right. Let me rephrase that. I may have banged a couple Neanderthals. I don't really have a problem with it.
No.
I'm
It
a
fits.
people. I'm a people lover. You know. All different
All
ki-
peoples.
All peoples.
Yeah, but how crazy would that? I mean, we have so much trouble with different races
Skin
now.
color.
Imagine,
Just
imagine.
basically skin color.
If there was another type of humanoid,
Dwarves, elves.
just like that. You know?
Yeah. It's
And there
crazy.
were.
And there were at the time. Yes.
They know about real short humanoid.
Oh yeah, over in like
Oh, yeah.
Indonesia
Yeah.
and stuff.
They
Yeah,
found
that was
real
going to be
tall
like the
people.
fourth ones. The real tall ones are the Denzovians.
Yeah.
They were like
Yeah.
6 foot plus back then.
Wow.
You know, when the average Homo sapien was what?
Yeah.
5
right
foot,
around
4
5
foot
foot.
something?
Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Yeah, this is all so much way older than we know. I believe that shit. And I mean, maybe I was just really high at the time, but I swear to God, this whole Corona shit was just to keep us from looking up. And then I saw videos of those Starlink satellites
Yeah.
that
Did you see
Google
those?
put up to where
No.
there's video you can look up. There's videos of people shooting the sky, and it's not like typical. Like there's a white dot zooming by. There's a patch of
a
white
cluster.
dots in a
really?
long line. And then so I start looking into it. Like, wait a minute, they're definitely seeing something. I'm definitely seeing something. These white dots in a line, almost like on a grid. All right, in the sky. I look it up, and there's this thing. How come we don't know about this, or it's not more public
I don't
knowledge?
even know what you're talking about.
The Starlink satellites is a grid of linked satellites that are in low orbit that you can see at night from some places now.
Yeah.
Really?
And it just looks like a fucking line. Like
Well, what are they doing?
it's supposed to be for better internet. You know what it's supposedly?
Really?
Yeah.
That 5G virus.
Yeah, communication satellite. Look up Starlink satellites. It's a trip. It is a trip. They're up there. I mean, people are seeing shit, and it's like, no, you're not seeing it. That's bullshit. No, it's up there. They're making changes. It's crazy, man. And now there's a space force. Why the fuck are they making a space force other than to protect satellites, which would be the most logical?
And there's so many up there now.
Yeah.
And they've officially
It's like Frogger trying to get out of there.
acknowledged UFOs, at least in
I
terms
saw
of.
something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Where was that? Like England or something? Or
It was U.S. fighter pilots talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
what the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
Oh yeah,
astronauts
and they
and stuff.
followed it. They
Yeah, they
followed it
followed
for
it
quite a
and-
while. Like,
They look like Tic Tacs.
yeah. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. And you have fighter pilots, you know what I mean? Some of the smartest, brightest
Yeah,
people on the
yeah.
planet looking at these things going, that's not right.
And now,
You know, that's
and they
not,
know everything about
yeah,
planes.
and they're tracking
aircraft.
these things. So you could say, like, oh, that's another government program that these guys
Mm-hmm.
aren't seeing. But I mean, fucking fighter pilots should be able to look at some shit, even on the computer screens
Yeah.
and shit, you know.
and say, hey, what is
Really
this?
fucking bizarre, man. And what's so nuts about that is they released that footage a couple weeks ago. Well, I mean, it had been out for a while. It was leaked before.
yeah,
But the government actually released it.
officially acknowledged
Oh,
it.
yeah. That's
Yeah, and it's just swept in, like nobody even knows, nobody's talking about it. It's just nothing like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard about that either. That's some type of shit that I would look
Oh,
up.
that got me on a kick, man. So
But those pilots have been saying that for decades.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah,
right.
they
Since
have
the
astronauts
50s,
have
they've
said
been-
they've seen
right.
shit.
Or that
you know?
Bob Lazar dude who
Right.
came
Yeah.
out in the late 80s and said, look, I worked for the government.
Yes.
They have a UFO. We're reverse engineering their technology. And there's this element 115. You know, oh, he's bullshit. And then what, 10 years, not even 10 years ago, they come out with, oh, yeah, there is this element 115, by the way.
It's like, did you grind your feet into Charlie Murphy's couch?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck your couch. That's what they're saying right now.
They're like,
I did. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Right. Yeah, so what? We were hiding it. So what? You got transistors out of it. You got a microwave.
Yeah,
Come
no
on.
shit.
You got the internet. Come on. What are you bitching about? You know,
the
optical.
technology.
Yeah, optical, fiber optics. Come on. You got all that shit because we captured one. Let's go. Or what if, you know, I don't know. Maybe it didn't just crash. Maybe somebody's feeding them.
Maybe.
You know?
Keeping them in the basement.
Dropping little time capsules, or they're sending us little Amazon packages of technology. Like, come on, motherfuckers, catch up. You know? And then we get these fools in politics who just turn us against each other so that we're not paying attention, while the rich motherfuckers get to build UFOs and get up out of here.
Yeah, no shit.
You know? Some arcs. They're building some arcs to get up out of this bitch.
Yeah, that's...
Let me on. Surely
I
you
can do
need
entertainment.
Surely you need a blind cat with fucking irritable bowel syndrome.
A blind cat that shits everywhere.
Come on now. You gotta have somebody to make fun of. I know that.
I'll be that guy.
I'm here for you, NASA. Put me up there, NASA.
NASA. Hey, NASA.
Oh yeah. I am hyped up off this caffeine this morning.
What is the date? March 17th?
March
Or May 17th.
Oh,
Fucked
wow.
up that.
Yeah.
Who would even know?
Could be.
Who would know? The fucking weather is erratic.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. It's like Denver weather out here.
It's
It's like one day it's great, the next day it's snowing.
Like, come on, man. That fucking shit is pretty bizarre for the middle of May. It go from like 80 degrees to snow in a day.
It was
ago.
mid-60s, and then by the night it was snowing.
Yeah.
A couple
It's just
nights ago.
fucking crazy. Something is up, man. Starlink satellites, the weather, this whole Trump charade. I think it's bullshit. I think it's like, we'll give this motherfucker to the dummies. It'll keep him busy, and we're all like, blah, 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 he's cool. He's not cool. He's cool. He's not
Right.
cool. Meanwhile,
There's
the Bezos and those cats are all
Well,
loading up.
did you see they passed that bill allowing them to track your search history?
Yeah.
Really?
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that got to
that's-
do with anything?
I know, exactly.
How you
Oh,
gonna-
we'll go ahead and slide this through. They're not talking about that either,
Right.
man.
Yeah. I think they looked at how China and the rest of the world dealt with COVID and how they were able to, whatever. If they were able to control it and have such great success because of their authoritarian government was able to force motherfuckers to
Into
lock
camps.
down.
Well, they did. When it first went out, they built hospitals in 2 weeks.
Right.
And they sent all the COVID people to
There.
those hospitals. And that's what there's a lot of the fuss about what happened at those.
Right. What
You know,
happened? How many
hospitals.
died? Yeah. Are they fudging
exactly.
the numbers? But I think what's scarier is that it shows you what an authoritarian government can do, and it's like we're jealous, or our government's jealous.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, we can't compete with these motherfuckers economically if they get to do whatever they want.
And we
Yeah,
have to
and
play
we gotta
by
play
rules.
by rules, and we gotta listen to the kids and give kids time. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like
we can't go full ball.
we can't run a
so-
daycare and compete against the high school. You know, is the way these elites see it. In my opinion, I'm maybe a little paranoid. Maybe I've done some drugs in my time. You know,
But those elites need a big enough free market, and that's probably what's changing, to exploit it and make the money. It needs a free enough.
right? But maybe that well is run dry.
That's what I'm saying.
So with this COVID shit, you look at Bezos from Amazon, he's making more money than ever. Walmart is packed. All right, packed. You can't go get an eye surgery. You can't go, get heart surgery because
you
it's
can go to Walmart.
because it's not, essential, quote unquote.
But
you
shopping
can
is.
But you can go to Walmart and spend all your money. But you can't go to other business. It's
Right.
like
You get no mom and pop businesses.
right, no mom and pop, or even mid to low range corp. You know what I mean? It's like only the biggest, baddest motherfuckers get to be
The
open.
bullies on the block.
Yeah,
And it's like
yeah.
I'm the biggest dealer.
Right.
You
Right.
can't deal.
Fuck
I'll fuck you up.
exactly. Yep. I got Trump's
What
in
it
my.
is.
Trump listens to me.
Yep. I'll sick Trump on you.
Right. And I tell you what, as much as you want to make fun of that motherfucker for not being a great speaker or leader, I mean, without a doubt, nobody can say he's a good leader. I dare you to say he's a good leader. I don't care how much you like what he says. I don't give a fuck if he says everything you like. There's no way you can say he's a good leader.
If he was your direct supervisor at your job, you would hate that motherfucker.
But he's a businessman. He's had so many successful businesses.
Really? He hasn't.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, if he turned half your coworkers against you, would you consider him a good fucking boss? You know?
Exactly.
No fucking way. Any boss that has to go in and go, fuck that guy over there. Come on, you could do better. That's a shitty boss. That's a shitty leader. That's a shitty quarterback. You know?
Absolutely.
It's fucking bullshit. But anyways, you know, I don't like talking about politics.
But I think most among us want to be told what to do.
I completely agree.
That's true.
There's at least half of us want to be just told what. Just tell me what to do, man. You know what I mean? I want to sit on my couch and eat chips on my free time. You know, I want to watch The Apprentice. Just tell me what to do.
And if you tell me what to do, then I can chart where I stand. I can wait for...
You need to know where you stand. You're saying a lot of people need to know their pecking order in society.
Yes, absolutely. That's in us. That's innate.
I think so.
Yeah, that's biological. You don't have a choice in that.
You always have to rank people.
Yeah, it's hierarchies it's biological. That's how we. Yes, that is how we work, man. That is how we work. Look at wolves. Look at monkeys. Look at anything like us.
Are you saying is it impossible for us to think that another human is our equal then, if we're always feeling need to rank? You know, you can't have shit tied, right?
Well, I think part of needing the rank is that they are at least as good as you, if not better. So you have to compete. You have to strive. You have to look for ways to gain an advantage.
In a group.
In a group.
In a winning group.
In a group, sure.
Okay.
Well, in any group.
It's not individual.
Yeah, are you saying you can't, you wouldn't be happy if you were the biggest turd in the bowl?
I think you wouldn't be necessarily aware that you were the biggest or the turd.
No, you're going to look at the others.
You're doing really good.
Yeah.
I think.
You're going to look at
the old
others.
adage that if you're retarded, do you know you're retarded?
Right.
Yeah. No, you don't.
No.
Yeah.
You don't.
So you're just happy as
I'm
fuck,
telling you,
and
I don't.
you might want to get tested.
I've heard on numerous occasions that I'm retarded.
That Family Guy. Hey, I just found out I'm retarded. You might want to go get yourself checked. Okay.
That is how I feel. That's how I feel a lot of times. That's how I feel a lot of times.
The older I get, I do, because you remember back in our day when computers were coming out and becoming popular, we knew about them. You know, we were on the cutting edge of technology.
Yes.
Now, 20 years later, man, I feel like an idiot with my phone. I
used
feel
to
like the
be.
caveman banging on with a rock, and all
I
these
always
kids are just
did.
like, well, you kind of look like a caveman.
Thanks, buddy.
Absolutely. When I got into photography and started working at a photography studio, this guy was the best fashion photographer and pretty pictures photographer in town, but he was computer illiterate. And my whole career was based off knowing more about computers than this dude did. You know what I mean?
Right.
I built an editing suite.
Yeah. A bomb-ass editing suite.
But now if you look at it, it was fucking archaic. You know what I mean? I have
Right.
4 17-gig drives tied together, and that was huge at the time.
The technology has moved forward
So fast.
I don't think, other than going from collecting sticks to being able to make fire, I don't know if the jump in technology has been that great, or not wheels and then having wheels.
No, not
Has
since the
there been
industrial.
if we were playing Civilization right now,
Yeah.
you know, and thinking about, you're building your tech tree, you know, there are certain major jumps in civilizations at that time, you know, maybe
Right.
that's
Farming,
one of them. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Agricultural evolution, then the printing press.
Yeah.
The industrial evolution. You know, revolution.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
like.
you need to be able to irrigate even before you can farm.
Well,
Right.
sure, yeah.
Exactly.
You gotta-
Irrigation is a huge one.
Irrigation, yeah.
Absolutely.
So you got to know how to build.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
some basic.
I mean,
you
you
can
take it that far back, like, we can make
you could
concrete.
argue that
Yeah.
in this 20 years. we've
Bronze,
gotten-
bronze and steel.
Yeah.
The
Working
jump,
the
the jump from bronze to steel. I mean, that was huge. Fucking
Yeah,
armies
absolutely.
that had steel versus
That was
armor-
a game changer
Fuck
in
yeah.
history.
Hell
That's
yeah.
when you're in civilization. Oh, I'm going to attack someone. They still have bows and arrows.
Exactly.
I
Then
got
you look at the
guns.
people who got left behind.
Yeah.
You know, you got the fucking Aztecs and these Spaniards come over and they got armor, steel.
Right.
You know what I mean? Horses. These fucking
These guys
Aztecs.
clubs.
There's a billion of them, but they got
They
clubs.
had Jesus on their side too.
Yeah, or Kukulkan.
Don't forget that.
Kukulkan, yeah.
Jesus beats Kukulkan.
He's a good god in Smite.
Oh yeah.
Kukulkan?
Dragon guy,
Kukulkan. Yeah, Jesus beats Kukulkan every time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
JC.
That's true. He's got the.
How come Jesus isn't on Smite?
They've been talking about that. They're keeping those pantheons out because it's too.
Too touchy.
Yeah,
I want to
too
see
touchy.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nuts, right?
And Black Jesus,
Mm.
everybody'd be mad. Most of you
Well,
whites would
I
be
learned.
mad.
I learned something today, when I was listening to those things, those YouTube videos or whatever, and they said that red hair started in the Middle East.
Really?
That's where red hair started. I was like, no way. Said, yeah, there used to be a whole bunch of them, and they were like a lot lighter than they were. So that I always thought it originated up in like
Up north.
Britain.
Well, I
In
know
space, in outer space.
I know that just about every country in the world has a pocket of reds. Now,
yes.
you know, I know the Mongols were into them. So they were
Yeah.
the Mongols.
reds.
The Mongols had a little pack of them. All, you know, it's really fucking bizarre. But I mean, it's a
It's technically a mutated.
it's a
gene.
mutant.
Yeah, it is,
So
it is.
could be. It could really be anywhere. You know, like, you
that's-
see Africans.
That's where the anomaly or whatever it is started. Possibly, I don't.
right.
I don't know how true that is. I just listened to it and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I didn't even.
Yeah.
I didn't even read if it was real or if this was just one of those videos that, you're like,
Take it with a grain of
yeah,
salt.
exactly, like the
Yeah.
ancient aliens, some of them and
Yeah,
shit.
those fucking ancient aliens and shit gets me, man, because it'll be like sounding right,
And then then they turn it.
and then it goes off. You know, it's like they had steam-powered doors, and that shit'll like
Right.
fucking trigger my imagination. Like, whoa, the Egyptians had steam-powered stone doors, and and it's like, wow, that's amazing. And then the next it'll be like, yeah, it was a power generator for spaceships, and you're like,
The pyramids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Baghdad batteries and shit.
yeah, it's like, I don't know, I
Yeah,
don't know.
it just takes a big
Scary.
left turn,
Yeah, it's
and I can't turn left.
yeah, that's too many left turns for me. But yeah, I'll be the first. I don't know. I think you got to be able to accept it. There's a lot of shit we don't know.
Exactly. That's exactly what I
Can't
was thinking.
understand.
We
Yeah.
can't understand. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And to think that we are exponentially better than the civilizations that came before us, even though
Because
they were
it's why? Because it's later in time. Exactly. That's the only fucking
doesn't
reason.
mean, that doesn't mean anything when the game resets every once in a while.
Right.
I think people. Well, there's a certain predominant religious sect who think the world isn't even that old, so
That's
they're not even in the
crazy.
conversation.
That shit is crazy.
So it's linear for them. They
Yes.
don't. I think what's happened is there's been great circular advancements of societies of people, and then
Boom.
something
Well, it's
horrible
very-
happens.
Reset.
it's
The
very-
planet resets.
right.
The game resets. You know,
And
Maybe
then
that's
you-
what this corona is it's starting to reset.
it's trying
But
to.
is it that far crazy to believe that in 15,000 years we haven't forgotten how to do something, as a people. They could have had some technology, but we don't really need it. It's like they were saying.
Look, during
in
the
one of
Dark
them,
Ages.
like stone carving. I mean, fuck, 200, 300 years ago, I bet a stone carver there could whoop any stone carver's ass
Hell
now.
yes,
right?
those motherfuckers were, and not counting slaves.
Right.
Like you don't
Yeah,
realize
they don't
how
understand
many
the power of
fucking
slavery. Yeah.
When you got 1,000 motherfuckers who are just in charge of pulling these stones, you'll be amazed at what they can do.
Yeah.
With the fear of death on them and starvation and
Yeah, it's the only life you know.
Right.
They were bred into that shit, and that's
So there's a chance they didn't even really know they were slaves.
right. Exactly.
It's similar to.
Yeah. Did they have a word for slave?
You know, yeah, especially if you thought this Egyptian leader was a god.
Oh, no
You know
shit.
what I mean? By all measures, you know, or you get the elite like the Mayans or whatever who, you know, they could use a solar eclipse. And sure, there was the elite who had a chart and knew it was coming around. But most of the farmers,
like, if you don't do this,
the
I'm
hunters
gonna
and
make this
gatherers,
happen.
they were like, all right, everybody gather around the temple. Look at the sky. You know what I mean? Kublai Khan's talking to me now.
Right.
I read. I forget who. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson talked about Christopher Columbus doing that to the Indians.
Yes.
Oh, I bet. I bet using it's like if we were to go back in
He's
time.
a navigator. He knows about the stars.
Right.
And he mentioned something about, like, if you don't give us your stores, because we got to go back.
Yeah.
And we don't have food, so give us your food. And they're like, we don't have enough food. And he goes, well, like in 2 days, the sun's gonna turn, or the moon's gonna be blood red. And that's my God, you know.
Yep, beating your God.
And it scared the shit out of him.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You get some fucking natives who are living hand to mouth, you know what I mean?
Draw some pictures for them and make up a story.
Ooh, hell yeah. You could fucking, especially when they see you rolling in with technology that looks insane, shiny armor, metal.
It's
Shock and
crazy.
awe.
You know, you think,
Hell yeah.
You think that before the conquistadors and before Europeans came over to the Americas, they said, like, the first explorers said that there were like lights all up and down the coast and everything. You know, they say before Europeans came up, like 90% of the Native American
lived on
population,
coasts.
and they died from smallpox and disease like that.
Yeah.
So when they came over to conquer them, it was like 10% of their original
Right.
fucking numbers.
Yeah, especially when they're finding out now that Vikings were here way before that.
No shit. Yeah.
And who knows what diseases those motherfuckers brought with them.
You know? Started the attrition.
Yeah. So, you know, it's I think it was Jared Diamond who wrote that book, Guns, Germs, and Steel. When you want to know how Europeans conquered the earth for the last 100, 200 years.
That's what it was.
It boils down to guns, germs, and steel.
Yeah.
You know? Like...
Yeah, we were the first to get on the boats.
Right.
And
all because
bring
they
all
were
your
like,
nastiness over
and it's
there.
all luck. It's like they were in like this fertile crescent part of it where they could farm. They had cows to where other motherfuckers were living off
all
goats.
the ingredients to make the cake.
It was just the perfect storm, you know? So it's not that honkies are inevitably evil or, you know what I mean? It's just, shit. Got a lucky start, dog.
Right. Got a good roll on my D&D sheet.
And if you pull the camera back far enough, you'll see that that's not going to last. You know, that's changing. America or the United States is probably the last, great empire. And we're seeing that before our eyes. We're seeing that toppling.
Decline.
Yeah.
Yep,
Our
absolutely.
grandparents saw it starting to decline.
Right. But
That's
I mean,
the
it is
shame.
really now. It is boom in our face.
They talk about good old days and make America great again. When was
You
it? When?
have to, when are you going to go back to before
how
we
far?
got here?
There's this weird little 1950s post World War II supposed like
decade.
Eden.
Yeah, right.
And
Right.
It's a lie.
Who was it? Who
it's
was
a
it
false,
good for?
It's a false narrative.
Yeah, who
because
was it good for? Because
it wasn't good for all those motherfuckers
couldn't
that got
vote?
shipped to World War II.
No.
Right.
Or
Other
Korea?
than they had a common ethos. They had like a shared narrative.
Right.
Maybe that's the last time America was quote unquote great, is when we all kind of believed in the same thing. We believed we were good guys.
We believed the story that
Yes.
somebody was
We were
reading
good
us.
guys. We believed we were good guys
We were
as a country.
the hero of the play.
And it's, if you look back through history, it'll tell you that we weren't necessarily.
If you had the tools and the internet and stuff like this back in World War II, can you imagine the outrage? Dropping a bomb, or if everybody knew every atrocity that happened during that war, or what the government told us or didn't tell us.
If we could see just some
some
video clips,
transparency.
if we could see some TikToks of Hiroshima,
Yeah.
that would change shit.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers that would change shit.
Everybody's
big time.
so removed from that shit now.
Right. Or there's plenty of footage of the Nazi camps. You know what I mean?
But not at the time.
Right. Nobody knew.
Right.
It was at the
Vietnam
end.
was the first one that was on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And
that's when
famous picture of that Vietnamese girl,
Right.
Time
Naked.
magazine cover and
Yeah.
stuff.
from
Yeah.
Napalm was a big.
Or that monk setting
Sea
himself
changer.
on fire.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
like shit like that was like, whoa,
Right.
that snapped
Yeah.
people out of their narrative, out of the pretty
Right.
picture of America.
But somebody knew shit like that happens.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
It's just
Oh, yeah.
now you're being able to see it. And
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's, I don't know. I sometimes I feel like we do need that one world organization, but then other times it's like when you think about this pandemic, when you have one world, one homogenized world, what happens when something like this goes through?
Right.
To where if we are kind of clustered up into different groups, then
you can take care of your own.
Ensure our survival as a species. It's I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's all above my dumb head.
I think if they're talking about it, for the most part, it's already happened.
Oh yeah.
In the early 90s, when the first Bush was, was quoted with the New World Order. I mean, it's been reverse engineered into it could be anything really, because you don't know quite what it is, but there's already like a loose association among all the powers throughout the world.
Exactly.
Right.
So
right.
what are we really talking about?
Like
Right.
you see those shows and listen to the things about these ultra famous, ultra powerful families, but you don't ever hear about them unless you go looking for them.
Right.
Like those
exactly.
Rothschilds and
oh
shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah. Or the religious ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The ones at the top who honestly believe it's Christianity versus everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or
it's
vice
like
versa.
that's fucking
Yeah.
scary. Oh yeah. That's so fucking scary.
But for
because-
so long, humanity has been defined by religion.
Yes.
And what they're telling you how to live and what to do.
Right.
I don't think that a lot of the general population comes back to what we were saying earlier about a pecking order. People need to be told what to do.
Yes. Yep.
And it's been happening for so long.
People
that-
want. It's like this.
And good job. Good job.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
job.
You're one of us.
Right.
You're one of us.
Yeah, exactly.
You're one of us.
The attaboy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing your job. You're
Yeah.
doing
Whether
what
it's
you need for
religion or
society.
your profession or
anything.
even
how to live, your moral ethos.
Or
You know,
poor,
what to-
dumb poor whites during slavery who got to be, the foreman.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, you're better than them. Don't
Yeah.
worry, you're better than
Yeah.
them. Don't worry.
Still got a shit job.
You
But,
still, yeah.
but you're better than someone.
You're gonna do all the dirty work and sacrifice your fucking soul
right,
for this
but you're
shit.
better.
But you're
than
better than them. Don't worry.
well, they had legal proof too that they were better, because at the time
a piece of paper.
the black Africans were 3/5. They weren't even people.
Yeah.
They were 3/5
Right.
Yeah,
of a
legally,
person.
legally, right?
somehow.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I don't know. I'm an optimist, man. I think we're gonna come through this. I think we're gonna. This is gonna be the level. We're gonna level up from this.
I am, because in times like this, or in times of strife and humanity, the people come together.
Yes.
And they figure out a way to finally beat the boss.
Right.
Whether it's the rogue that hates the mage or whatever.
Yep.
The rogue can't win by itself. The
Nope.
mage can't.
You
Once
need a
they
tank?
get the party together,
Yes.
they get the tank.
You gotta have a
know,
tank
they
and
get
heals.
the healer. Yep, tank, heals, and
Without a
DPS.
doubt.
Without one of those, you're gonna struggle.
Exactly. You can't go through there without a heal.
Nope. We're gonna go to the tavern and recruit somebody else for our party, and
Yes.
then we'll be able to beat this boss. I think
That's
that's the stage we're in right now. Is we're in the tavern looking for somebody to band together to beat this boss.
I don't care if the tank's a dwarf.
You can relate everything in life to D&D.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's perfect. It's
it
the
sounds
perfect.
like it's two dudes at their Regal Beagle
The Regal Beagle.
waiting to
Hey.
69 each other.
Larry.
Mr. Furley.
Me and Mr. Furley down at the Regal Beagle talking D&D.
Jack Tripper.
Fucking Jack Tripper. My hero. It was my spirit animal when I was a kid.
Oh, that dude was a pimp living there.
Yes.
He was a good guy too.
He
Yes.
was. He was.
Who didn't want to be Jack Tripper? I mean,
Everybody wanted to be Jack
Yeah.
Tripper, man. He was the coolest
all
guy,
he had to do was pretend to be gay around his landlord.
Right. Yep.
Who hasn't pretended to be gay around their landlord?
I sure have.
Oh, all the time. I do it. I don't even. They're not even landlords. I do it.
Dude. Oh,
Bus stops.
Whatever.
yeah, oh,
Anybody ever gay it up at a bus stop? Raise your hands.
Never got me on the bus, but
just that. Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
That way, when you get on the bus, you can have a little bit of space.
Yes.
Or you might have some dude grinding up on you.
Well, a little dry humping. Never hurt anybody.
Dry
I
humping.
live
on
and
the
die
bus.
by the dry hump. I'm still a dry humper. It's a part of my game.
It's not dry. Though.
You're standing in the train, or do you feel like?
It's dry on one side of the denim, but on the,
Yeah,
Yuck.
denim
on the
absorbent.
inside of the denim, it's not dry. All
There's
right?
a
Sopping
crusty
wet.
sheen.
Ugh.
I drink a lot of coffee and I sweat
gotta
from
poop?
my crotch. I sweat from my crotch. That's why I don't wear white underwear, because I get brown.
Stains.
I sweat coffee out of my crotch.
Got a wiping problem.
I got a wiping problem and I sweat coffee out of my testes. Feels good. Feels good to be back, huh?
Yeah, and bullshit.
Yes. Yes. And if you're listening out there, I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks for bearing with us
Yeah.
during our hiatus.
Yeah, and if you came back for episode 69, if you're listening to episode 69, then you definitely are in our community.
Well,
if you want to join our guild, and you want to do some
We
dungeons,
can adventure together.
yes,
You want to join our party?
yes, give us a call.
Drop us a line on
Drop us an email, some way. Get in contact with us
the
because
Facebook.
we're not going anywhere. Yeah,
I've seen that there's been getting new likes.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Good. That's good. That means that there's still some love out there.
Well,
know?
I've been hoping. I've been using that as my profile picture and then like commenting on a lot of the groups and shit that I'm in.
Nice.
And so I'm hoping somebody.
I
What's
noticed
this?
that. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I got mine shut down right now because I'm
Yeah.
trying to find employment, but and I'm going through some rough times. You know what I mean? So I got to keep things under wraps. But yeah, I hope you're out there. I hope you get some type of relief from this or
Yeah,
enjoyment.
It's church time. We haven't had our
Yes.
church time in a while.
Get it out. Let all that negativity snakes
You know what?
out.
And it feels good.
Jerk
It's
it
like
onto your bellies.
throughout all this working from home, I have meetings over the Zoom or the Teams, and you're sitting there, and I mean it's cool to do that, but there's nothing that beats human interaction
Yes.
like this. Just sitting here,
Camaraderie,
we
yes.
could have done this over Zoom or something, but it wouldn't, have
wouldn't
been
be
the
the same.
And that's why we kind of took the break, because we are humans.
Yes.
We want to be with our other humans.
And the whole point of this podcast has always been us getting together, people getting together.
Right. You know, we don't have to, like they said in Dan Carlin, we don't have to come to you in your car. We don't have to come to you in
No.
your place of work. Listen to us while you're working out.
Listen
at
to us-
home, you know?
Well,
Would
yeah.
you like to come in person? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's no big deal. Yeah, I've been playing. Times have been hard. I got myself a little hideaway apartment. It's lonely. It's definitely lonely. But I got a new sport, man. I've really been taking my artistic endeavors to another level. Using my body.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, I got a fresh toilet. And what I've been doing is, like yesterday, for instance, I had a whole bunch of salad and a can of beets.
Oh my God.
And you would not believe what you get
Are
when you
taking
eat a can of
pictures?
beets.
Oh, you're shitting.
Yeah. But when you see
No.
it on the stark white canvas of the toilet and it looks like there's blood coming out of your stool, it's pretty bizarre.
Did you take pictures of your
No,
food?
I didn't
Mental
because
pictures.
this is for me.
He did
I do this for
watercolors.
me.
I do watercolors.
It is kind of a watercolor thing, you know.
Poo watercolor.
Poo watercolor. I don't put any of that.
Poo
bleach-
is your paints.
I don't use any of those blue cubes in my toilet to distort the water.
no.
No.
It doesn't pretty it up.
I want to see what's going on. And the other, and since I'm staying by myself now,
You can.
I can let
admire
it linger for.
Oh no. You get the odor in that small bathroom.
You can't take a picture of the smell.
It's like the time you shit in the skillet, just for art. He comes, oh, dude, we at his apartment in Dale when he was moving out. Like I was up from somewhere and I was helping him, and he's like the fridge is unplugged, everything's unplugged. He comes walking down the stairs, these rickety stairs, with this flat skillet, and he is giggling like a motherfucker. I remember it so clear to this day because I look up and I just start giggling like a motherfucker because he's walking down with this pile of shit, and it was like perfectly formed spiral shit with gravy. Oh, like thick brown gravy.
Gallagher's iced tea,
So
man.
what did we think? We're laughing, we're giggling. We decided to put some cigarette butts in it. So we put cigarette butts in it.
A wig.
Yeah.
It was
and
like
took pictures of it, and then we put it in the fridge that is unplugged.
Oh,
Well, we came back a couple days later, and it stunk. It was the smell. Oh God, it was so foul.
Wow.
But there was something about shit in that apartment, because didn't someone shit in a tub? There was a tub turd in there with some water in the tub.
Yeah.
It was like a.
And then there was a bus stop right out front.
Yeah.
And somebody got like a whole pot roast, and we hung it on the bus stop sign. It just fucking stunk like you could.
I bet.
You could imagine.
Good eating though for the bugs.
Nobody ate it.
The bugs didn't eat it?
Nothing ate it. It just turned green and smelly, and I have photos of that too.
But
with
then
some classics.
somebody thought it was a good idea that the original public access show, us guys.
Yes.
We had a green screen, and to put the picture of the shit on the skillet as the background for that episode.
You getting
That was
complaints?
our last episode, wasn't it?
That was probably pretty close. Pretty close. The last.
It's kind of cool that they paid attention enough to.
Yeah, they paid attention.
I think that was the last one.
Yeah, towards the end, there was an episode that didn't get aired to where it was Martin Luther King Day. And I had a photo of Martin Luther King, and I cut out the mouth and was saying some things. And we were messing with the local police department. And we were fucking with.
That's right.
We were fucking with. There were some religious programs on public access. We were fucking with them. And eventually it got to a point to where.
Yeah.
They put us on at 2:00 in the morning.
Nobody watched it.
And then they were like, "Nah, fuck you."
Then
guys.
they stole all the master tapes, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
We had a hard time. Yeah, it was rough. People have a hard time with real art.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, when we went out in front of City Hall with the
Picketing
picket signs.
Yes.
Oh, we did.
Wigs and no shirts.
It was in the newspaper and on the radio and shit. Yeah, it was. I was pretty proud of that. You got the publicity.
I was really proud when I look back at all of the people we were able to get to come through and be
together.
on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That to me was the most, just like the podcast.
All walks of
it's
life.
the people that get in here. Like nobody wants to sit and listen to me talk for an hour or me and you. You know what I mean? It's once we all get together.
Yeah.
That's
And we talk to people.
Yes, and because we're open. Yeah. We're open-minded.
And we ask those hard questions.
Without a doubt.
We want to know.
Yeah, I want to know. Yes.
Okay, cool.
What makes your head run?
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what's going on,
It's interesting. You guys, I think that's why you don't have COVID. It's because you did all that butt stuff.
Well, it wasn't really butt stuff.
It comes from the butt.
Is that what cures COVID? Enemas?
Well,
no, it's just
enemas of bleach.
It's like if you get
and light.
And light. Yeah. Stick a
Flashlight
light bulb up your
ass.
ass.
Stupid.
wonder if you put a really strong flashlight in somebody's butt. You know how if you put it in your nose,
if you could see
lights
it,
up your nose? Like,
yeah.
I wonder what would happen if we got like a mag light and shined it up your butt.
Or one of those dare spotting lights.
Like how much we could see. Like, would your ass light up? Like,
would we be able to see like your innards or all the shit in your...
You remember glowworms?
Yeah. It'd have to be a super bright light.
Well,
though.
yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
What? Here.
Oh, okay.
What was that?
Somebody's getting a call.
Oh, that's me.
Can I have
do
a
you got?
Newport?
I got...
Anybody want to switch? Or anyone want to?
Oh, Facebook.
Oh, what is that? What's going on? Anything with the
It said somebody's birthday. It was reminding me it was somebody's birthday.
somebody's birthday? Do we have any birthdays that we know about? Give anybody any shout outs?
It was, well, my daughter's birthday was the 13th. She turned 20.
Happy
20?
belated birthday.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yep.
That's crazy.
And then my sister's birthday is the 30th.
No
So
shit.
shout out. Well, we'll have a show before
yeah.
then.
No doubt.
Yep.
No diggity.
Yep.
Who did that song?
What's that?
No diggity. Zappa tear you up.
And like
Boom, ba-da. Yeah. No
Blackstreet.
Nice.
Wow, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Who knew? Well, I knew when you used to be a big fan of Color Me Bad.
Well,
Yeah.
I will.
He said he knew.
That's only because you were in Color Me Back,
No,
so
no.
I had to like him.
You had
I
the
was your
facial
roadie.
hair.
I was your roadie.
Somehow you simultaneously had the facial hair of everybody in that band. I don't even know how. Speaking of facial hair, we haven't even talked about his mustache.
Oh, it is. That's a great name. For
THC came in here today
Yeah, I
with
did.
an orange mustache.
It's the only part of my body hair that grows orange anymore because it never grew. I couldn't grow it until I was like 36.
So it's not stressed
so it's
out.
fresh hair.
The rest of your body hair.
is all stressed out. Yeah.
The rest of your body hair is really stressed out, but your lip warmer, your
It's pretty sweet,
your
huh?
mustache, your lip saddle is
My lip.
fucking orange.
It's great.
I don't know how to.
It's majestic.
You look like
is
you
that-
look like an off-duty park ranger
Yes. Yes.
or an off-duty mall cop.
A goat wrangler.
Goat wrangler. You look like a cow. Like all you need is a cowboy hat.
You want some light?
You'd be tough.
No.
You'd look really tough with it.
I look tired and tough with my stash.
Just get an extreme close-up of the stash and put it up for me. Even though I can't see on Facebook anymore. I miss you guys on Facebook. I miss I miss all of it. But we'll be back. I'll be back in there. Dealing with some personal issues right now.
It's a cesspool, dude.
Is it? You know what?
And lately, I've seen some fucking
it.
gross shit in a couple of those groups.
What do you mean gross?
Oh, like what?
Like a dude high on something who jumped out of a second-story window and landed on his head.
And what have you been
neck,
seeing
and
that in?
shoulder, and a Facebook group.
Probably on
What?
DMT or something crazy or.
And it was loud, man. It was loud, and he
There-
wasn't dead,
Dude, there has been like
Well, second story.
Yeah,
But
he
if he
just
landed on his neck.
like he landed flat on this.
oh man.
Like he dove.
It's like I look at the Reddit groups for like street fights and stuff, and there's been ones on where these gangs have like, and Russian gangs have caught somebody that stole from them, and they're kicking them and walking up and just breaking their fingers, and that's all on there. I'm like, I like watching fights, but I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, that's
shit,
brutality.
Man. Yeah,
that's brutality.
yeah,
Like I will not watch. Like I like street fights too. I will not watch somebody get jumped.
No.
I will not
that's-
watch a lynching. That's just
No.
fucking disgusting to me.
Right.
Two people, a mutual combat. I
Yeah.
completely get behind that. I
Yeah,
don't
but
care.
not these assholes sucker punching or
And I don't
stomping them, jumping
Yeah.
and stomping.
And I
on
won't
their
watch
heads.
kids either. I won't watch kids fight if I think it's if I think they're kids. That shit's not.
Don't
cool.
give them the views.
No, I won't. I won't. I won't let them in my head. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I got a very limited headspace, and you know what I mean. And I got to watch who's because people aren't paying rent.
You got a fair amount of space
Large
in there. I think it
capacity.
wasn't it 3 skull cans? That was the measurement of the side of your
The side
head.
of my head, yeah, it was like
3 skull.
3 skull billboards, fucking lined up.
I wonder how many skull cans yours is.
4.5. I bet.
Is it?
Ooh, yeah.
Close to 5, I think. Yeah.
Well, see, mine is round. His is square. So you might
the diagonal size. Oh,
like a
When they
TV.
measure TVs.
his is an actual roll of skull cans
Yeah.
that you
You
buy.
got to measure his like a TV, like from corner to corner. Oh, it's good shit.
It's good to be back.
Oh, it is good. It's so good. I think life's going to get back to normal here in a little bit, man. I hope we just didn't lose too much.
Yeah,
As
exactly.
Americans. You know what I mean? Too
I
much
hope
of
we
our
come out of the other end of this.
better off.
Yeah, not hating each other, not wanting to fight or
I'm
kill
optimistic.
each other.
I'm optimistic, man. I got nothing but love. Yeah, especially, I'm just trying
I
to.
think it's gonna get way worse.
Well, that's
really
good.
We're trying to be optimists here.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
it's gonna.
Do
Be,
you? I
Yeah,
think
oh, yeah.
financially it's going to be pretty fucked because
definitely.
we're
fine.
already in, how many trillion in debt? And
Look
they
how
just
long
signed
it took
$2
us to
trillion
get back from. Look how long it took us to get back from 2008. We still
Yeah.
weren't back from
Yeah.
2008.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
now this, to where a lot of businesses are saying it's going to take them at least 2 years to be able to hire back the people they laid off.
Yep.
That is troubling.
This is
Me,
one
for
time where
one-
business doesn't run the world.
Exactly. But you have a president
We won't fix this.
who only believes in economics, whose only concern
doesn't fix
is the
everything.
economy. It does not fix everything. No. We need healings. We need sexual healing.
Mm-hmm.
We need a sexual revolution.
Maybe that's what it should be.
You can't get COVID through anal sex.
Booyah.
I
Good.
saw that on the interweb.
There we go. Did you order that from Wish?
No, but I did order some cool shit from Wish. Man, it's starting to show
He
up.
does get all kinds of
Are
crazy
you loving
shit.
Wish? What,
Oh,
is this stuff
man.
that bad quality?
No,
too?
No,
it's
not from what I've seen.
No.
No, I that's what I heard too. That it was all garbage.
Yeah.
Man, I've seen some pretty dope shit come from those Chinese.
Yeah.
They got good deals, man. They're the Walmart of the world.
Right.
Right.
The world's
You know?
Walmart.
Yeah, it's like it's got a bad reputation. You don't want to go in Walmart and
But-
walk around, but you can get some good deals. Wish is even better.
Delivered to your house.
You
Right
don't-
to the
yeah.
house. It's
Yep.
beautiful.
Yeah.
If it
Like,
shows
what
up.
did you order?
All types of stuff. The stickers I saw were pretty cool. It just gets these packs of
They were free.
stickers. What about your bag? Your sack? Your tactical sack you just got?
I got a cool like hip sack.
A fanny pack.
Fanny pack.
Not really.
I asked him. I said, "Is it a fanny pack?" He's like, "No, it clips on. You know, it's different."
It's not.
It's the same thing.
You would look at it and go, "That's not a fanny pack."
Was it denim?
No,
No,
it's
Was it
hat-
of the guy's belly?
It's like olive drab. Like
Yeah.
it looks like
Oh,
it looks
an
like
army
it would,
medical bag.
yeah,
similar?
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Combat
with
lifesaver
more
bag.
pockets.
It could
How
go
many
on one of those mall systems. Is that what it's called?
Mall.
Like your
MOL?
suspenders and
Oh,
like clicks.
LBVs.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all like
TLV,
Load bearing
TLC.
vest.
TLCs,
THC.
Don't go
Left
chase some
eyes.
waterfalls. One of those things.
red light specials
Yeah.
for tactics at night.
Mhm. Yeah.
What else? Oh, I got a bomb ass jacket. It's a little
did
bit
you?
small. I got a 2X, but them Cocos, I guess, are pretty small boned.
Oh.
So
what's
2X.
it? What's it like?
2X means
Is it
something
like this?
different to
I
them.
got this for $6.
What? From where?
At,
Wish? Thrift store. No.
No, it was Target.
Get out of here.
Nice.
It was on sale, like 75% off.
Very nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you. It's
I like coats. Coats and shoes. Speaking of shoes,
Oh, those Pumas. Wow.
nice. Are
You
those
you know how
velvet?
much
Suede.
like suede. You know
Yeah,
how much
that's
I
what I
paid
meant.
for these?
$20.
What? That's
1990
crazy.
some.
That's
Yep,
crazy.
For these off of a code from some place.
That's bizarre. I mean,
Yeah.
those are fucking tight,
Pumas.
man.
My
green,
green Pumas.
green and white Pumas. Woo.
Yeah.
That's your favorite color too?
No, those are his.
Mine,
Green.
Green's my favorite color. Yeah.
Olive drab. Boom.
Mm.
Army green. It's not army green.
Yeah, it's olive drab, right?
Yeah, they
OD.
co-opted it. Oh, it's our
OD
color.
green. It's OD green.
OD
Should have got
green.
Kelly green, like
Kelly green is bright.
like that Mountain Dew.
Well, I like the Mountain Dew green
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Newport green.
There you go,
know?
Newport green. You should have got some Newport green Pumas. That's the next level right there.
It's like a bathroom.
Blowing on some ports that
Why
match
don't-
my Pumas.
Oh,
Yeah, I got the black on blacks for this spring, but I'm
yeah,
definitely
those are tight.
I'm gonna get some color.
I'm getting so. I don't like them getting dirty.
Well, they're it's high fashion.
Oh, and these got like the memory foam inside too.
really?
Oh, yeah, man. They're like I'm.
Well, yeah.
Walk
See, the
right
ones
now
I
and
get,
it's caressing my feet.
the ones
it
I
feels so
get,
good.
I think are just a piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Between you and the ground. It's
Mhm. Yeah, they're hard.
like
They're
Chuck
like Chuck
Taylor's.
Taylor's. Yeah.
Yeah.
No arch support.
Can't go
nothing.
hard. Can't play basketball on those.
Roll your ankle.
Because you see me playing basketball in some low top.
I'd like to. We should go play some basketball. I got a
Yeah.
basketball out, court out.
shoot it for the podcast. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, we have one right out in front of our house.
Do you really? A basketball hoop?
Yep.
We got to make that happen.
Yeah, and it's like a professional
for
one.
drinks. Oh, a drinking game. Horse for drinks.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Oh, it's going to be
Yeah.
bad.
Well, the weather's getting nice, so
Yes.
we got a new grill, so we're
Oh,
gonna we got
barbecues.
fire pit out there.
Don't cook none of that deer meat. We'll get sick.
Yeah, no, there's a deer head still outside my house.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of gross. I think I took a picture of it.
let's look at it.
I wanted to send it to Big Red.
Oh, yeah?
How
rotten
long has it
deer
been
head?
decaying?
All winter.
Oh,
All winter.
Gross.
I'll have to
So
find it.
gross.
I'm not sure I got it.
There's fucking
I
raccoons
misfound.
out there chewing on it. And
Oh yeah,
ants
the
and
cats.
cats.
But
chewing on it?
they want their reasoning behind it is they want to let all the skin decay so they
Yeah.
can hang the skull up.
why don't they just boil it?
You got to have a big ass pot.
Yeah, he has it.
You got a big
They
ass
Where
have
you going to find a pot?
they have a Baba Yaga cauldron in the back where they boil their traps for trapping, so the animals can't smell human smell on it. Oh, so they boil them in like
These
wax,
kids are
and
they're serious.
They have like a witch's cauldron back there, so they could boil.
They would kill
I
me.
just don't know why they don't. I don't have it.
I couldn't hang out with those kids. They'd get me.
You're about to see some of that.
Oh, I know. I'm out in the country now. Yeah, it's scary. That's why I go from my car to my little den. I don't talk to anybody.
A lot of animal.
I don't talk to anybody. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to. We could play some.
One of my neighbors.
We could play some football.
Only neighbor I have really was out there, has this big old fire pit. And I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna smell good. They were just burning their trash.
You can burn. I burn everything, dude.
Yeah,
cardboard. I don't even throw in the trash. We burn cardboard.
Really?
Everything that's cardboard. Boxes.
You take some cardboard back with you when you leave?
How much cardboard do you got?
Not much.
A lot of wish boxes or
when is spring cleanup for down here? That's something I wanted to ask you guys.
No idea.
I'm gonna find out. Would I be able? They don't do it out where we live. So would I be able to like stick like an old grill out there? Or something for them to take away.
Yeah.
I thought that's what the woods were for.
Yeah. From what I've seen,
I got nothing
An old grill.
I got nothing to carry the grill, and I'd have to take it
I see
apart.
what you mean.
Yeah, but I don't like throwing shit out in the woods, man.
Yeah, but
I
a
don't
grill
blame you.
could be like a habitat, like a
What-
coral reef.
Coral reef.
For something.
what if you put it out on the tree lawn? Would somebody come and take it?
Scrappers? There's
Scrappers.
gotta
Well,
be
that's
scrappers.
there's a lot of them that drive around. during
Yeah,
cleanup
I was
times
driving
and
around
steal
doing
stuff.
some shopping.
Yeah,
Oh,
like I have old carpet cleaner and old vacuum. They still work.
I was
You
driving
don't need
around
one, do you?
Elton yesterday. It must be their cleanup day because there was
All kinds of
pretty
junk out.
sweet
Were you
stuff
checking
out.
out the junk?
I was out garbage driving and picking.
You are a garbage picker, aren't you?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I was born to be a garbage picker. I was born to live in a garbage dump.
Garbage dump. A garbage
Don't tell anybody I'm
dump.
living at the dump. Yeah, I got no problem with it. I'm a second hander. You know
Like
what I mean?
that. You remember
you're
Fraggle
not.
Rock? Oh, it was. On
I remember
HBO.
Fraggle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the trash heap.
I don't remember that part. I always considered it like bootleg Muppets, so I never watched it.
It was Jim Henson's
Yeah, it's
Fraggle
lame.
Rock. It's not bootleg Muppets
Well,
if it's from the creator of the Muppets.
If it was good enough to be
It's
in
like-
the Muppets, he would have made them parts of the Muppets. instead of
Futurama
some-
is
There would
not.
have been Fraggle Muppets.
There has to be crossovers.
No, it would just be like, okay, Gary Gnu's is good enough to be a Muppet, so he'll be a
There's-
Muppet instead
But
of.
what was Gary Gnu was on what show?
No
Wasn't that
Gnu's.
Fraggle Rock?
No.
No?
No,
Good
that
News
was No
is-
Gnu's is Good,
Good
Gnu's
Gnu's
with Gary Gnu. It was like
What
some
was it?
morning show,
Banana
Sunday-
Splits or
something
something,
like that. I
or-
can never
Might have
remember the
been.
name of it.
Yeah,
I
what
don't
was
know.
Gary Gnu on? I don't
The
know.
Great Space Coaster. Is that? a
That
thing?
sounds familiar.
No,
Is that
that
a
was
thing?
the Great Space Coaster was Brack.
No, that was Space Ghost.
Space Ghost. Okay,
Space
yeah.
Ghost Brack and Zorak. And
Yeah, I used to
love
love that.
Oh
shit,
my
man.
god,
That's some
man.
funny shit.
That was like Beavis and Butthead, and then that is
Yes.
what made me
Yep.
gut laugh. Shit was so funny.
Yep, and then South Park came out.
Oh, and I loved just the art.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
how simple it
yeah.
was.
Hell yeah.
That's what,
Space Ghost? Yeah.
both
Or-
of them.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then they came out with like C-Lab, 2020,
Yeah.
Adventure Brother.
When they started making them look like those 80s cartoons.
Yes,
That's
it
so
was
dope.
perfect.
Like G.I. Joe's.
Some of the funniest shit Space Ghost coasted.
Oh,
or not, well, Space Ghost, but C-Lab 2020. Some of
Yeah.
that funniest shit is on there.
I never saw it.
Funny shit. You don't like animated shows,
yeah.
Not
though.
really. I guess I do. I never liked South Park.
Yeah, I remember trying to get you to
Wow,
watch South
yeah.
Park, and you were like, "No, I can't watch animated shit." What else? There was something, another cartoon,
You'd think I'd
funny
like
ass
it.
cartoon, but
Squidbillies?
That's
not-
kind of okay.
I
Yeah.
think that's fucking hilarious,
Fold-outs?
man.
They talk about foldouts and books.
Oh, God.
And isn't the mom like or the grandma is like an octopus or something?
They're all
They're all
squids.
squids.
Yeah.
they're
Oh
all
yeah, they're
squids.
called squid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Squid Billies.
Not drain squids.
No,
That would be funny.
some drain squids. Oh. An animated series
Drain
just
squid.
around the drain.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Oh,
always
yeah.
around the drain.
Uh-huh. It's like the
And the
watercolor.
light could shine in through the holes of the drain, like you're right under, and it would be like noir,
Like they're in the P trap.
Oh God, yeah, like a like
they're in the
a-
P trap
like-
down there.
like
Yeah.
Sin City.
yeah, like Sin
type.
City,
Yeah,
black,
Sin-
stark black and white.
Uh-huh. Squids, and there we go.
Word up.
Could have a Uncle Meat squid.
Oh. Wearing robes in the summer.
Yeah.
Hanging out on the front porch with a robe on in
Yeah.
the summer, just glistening.
You should keep your stash. Shave your beard. Get a stash too.
Just the stash?
Yeah, just a
Stashes
stash.
are in, apparently.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm. Come on, man. I started it. Let's go ahead.
I don't.
Eh,
I don't
You could get that John Oates one going.
Yeah.
You could.
big thickie.
No, I can go for that.
I'll dye it black, too.
That would be the best.
If I dyed it black and got like a black perm wig, ooh, how white would
There's
I
your
look?
new look.
Yeah.
Maybe Jerry curl it a little, you know.
Oh, yeah,
wet,
definitely.
wet
Definitely.
perm wig.
Hell yeah.
You look good, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. I've always wanted black hair. I always thought I would look better.
You
with black
loved
hair.
the Rick James look, man.
Oh,
that is like
the wet perm.
your look. Yep.
Yeah.
I think
Signature.
you
That's
should
your
do like
signature.
more like an Easy E.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Well,
that
that's straight
with
up
the
Jerry
curl.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like the wet perm. I like that wet look.
The sheen.
Yeah.
You know, I like when girls put like just straight up baby oil in their hair.
Yeah.
You sit back, they got the grease stain back there.
Or riding the bus when I was a kid, and every fucking bus seat had
Yeah,
that
that-
glisten on it. Oh, the oil activator
Yeah.
all over the place.
I used to like my first job in Tampa when I was in college was at this Family Dollar in the ghetto. And I mean, people would shit in the shoe aisle. They'd steal like
Yes.
tampons. I got offered a blowjob for some display curtains by a crackhead.
Nice.
I
it
didn't
good?
take her up on it.
No.
But I used to like going when I'm stocking the shelves,
Glitter.
taking like the jar of activator and like playing it like a drum because it like shook like a spring
Jiggled?
inside. Yeah, it jiggled in there. It's like,
Nice.
yeah. That was fun because I'd just go out the back door and there was always a weed dealer out there.
No?
So like, let me when you could get a nickel bag.
Yeah. Back in the day. Back in the day. Now the shit's so fucking high potency and woo wee. It is crazy.
It is, man.
That fucking wet dream the other day. I took one hit off that fucking joint, and man, I was gone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's a sativa.
Shit
Yeah,
is-
it didn't act like it.
It's like back in the day, I didn't even know there was I knew there was a difference, but shit,
You
you just
had
got
no
a bag
idea.
of weed. That's
Exactly,
It was
yep.
just a bag of weed.
Yep.
Not any crazy names or
And a lot of times it had belly lint in it.
Yeah.
some
fuck-
beaks.
Tube sock lint, all kinds of shit. Nest, beaks, fur,
Seeds.
patches.
seeds. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
back in the day when you got seeds.
Dead skin.
That was just the other day for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You got some nest?
Yeah, the brown frown.
Some good old nest.
Yep. Yeah, it's rough.
Dude, I got you. If you need some, I got you.
It's potent, though.
I know.
It's strong. It
Like
is
bear.
Super strong.
Strong, yes.
Yes.
Most
weed
of that
is
flour
strong.
averages about like 17, 18 THCA, and that wet dream is like almost 35. It's ridiculous, and you can as soon as you open it, it just
Woof.
smells otherworldly.
Yeah. Like a fucking super, like it's from space.
It could be.
Maybe the aliens are bringing
reverse
space
engineered.
weed. You know?
Space weed,
Maybe that was one of the things they found in the spacecraft. It was like,
That's what they were coming. They were coming
fiber
for us.
optics?
That was what was cool for
Yeah.
them to get. We were their garden, so they would come down here, harvest up the weed and
Got you.
the toads to lick. And
You
and
ever
they
lick
were
a
like-
toad?
no,
Me neither.
never did.
I think they're gross.
Yeah, I don't.
They're weird
I don't
looking.
like holding frogs. I don't like looking at frogs.
and they piss on you, and then you're supposed to lick it?
Yeah. Ooh.
No way.
No.
No way. Not when you could just get some DMT in a powder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to fuck around licking toads anymore.
Or some kratom. How do you say it? Kratom?
Kratom. I'd
I've
say
heard it
kratom.
pronounced all different.
Did you?
That shit's
Do you like kratom? Yeah, that stuff's like magical.
yeah.
Big fan
It
of
is.
that, huh?
Oh, it is magical.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It really
no
is.
doubt
How's
about
your
it.
tolerance with it, though?
Yeah, you have to. That's why there's so many different strains of it. So if you build up a tolerance to like the
gotcha.
white, you go
Right.
to the green.
Oh, nice.
And then like the
nice.
red is supposed to make you calm and relaxed.
Yeah.
And, so you take a break, take a
Right.
couple day break after doing it for a month or so. And
Yeah,
And
I
it
don't. I
lasts
don't
for a
take
long
it
time.
even every day.
yeah, if you don't need to, you don't. So you don't really build up that
Yeah.
tolerance.
Nice.
Yeah, it's.
But there
it's-
are distinct differences
Yes.
in them. I haven't had the yellow yet, but I've had the red, the green, and the white, and They all work, but they work differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like weed, like they're
It's
that
not
noticeable.
More noticeable than weed.
Oh, wow,
yeah,
right.
yeah, more noticeable. Like you could tell like the whites if you are feeling pain and it gives you energy too. So it's like drinking a couple cups of coffee in the morning. You don't get jitters or anything either.
Wow. Yeah, I drink coffee until I'm fucking shaky and sweaty.
Kind of clears your head, you know.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I could use some head clearance.
Yeah.
I could use some eye clearance.
Yeah, I don't know about that. If it does.
Doesn't. I would imagine no.
The
It would be
weed
cool
help.
if you got like a robot eye, like the Harry Potter guy.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Did you see Harry?
No, I didn't see it,
Harry
but with the
Potter's
robot
so
eye.
good. Yeah, he's got. Yeah, it's awesome.
Like steampunky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna get a robot eye as soon as one becomes available.
Why? Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Without a doubt. You know. Surely I can afford it.
Your job. You might be able to get your job to, like your measuring eye.
Oh.
If you get a job at the
Like
the
a laser
store.
level.
Yeah, there you go.
Like to be a laser level.
I'll cut that for you.
I'll hang out and just.
Boy, your cuts are so accurate.
Yeah. Well, just draw a line based off what my eyes see in
You'd
here.
be like Paul Stanley in Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
God.
Boop, 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 boop. A little laser shot out of his eye.
Just one eye.
Yeah, his star eye.
Oh no shit.
He would
That's
go.
so fucking good.
Somebody would be far away. And he'd be like,
You can't relate anything to, like we
A
relate things
dash.
to D&D. He tries to relate things to Kiss.
no.
And
it's
that doesn't quite work.
It's a bionic eye that can hear good. Because that's what he used it
Because
for.
it hears good.
He looked far away at these two dudes talking, and then a big star showed up.
Could you imagine if
you
Kiss
could
was the
hear 'em.
aliens that came down in ancient times?
Like if that was the best we got,
Right,
it's like
yeah,
we're so excited for this race of superior beings,
And it's
that-
Kiss.
and it's Kiss. You're like,
What
what?
the fuck, man? That's
Man, why are you guys
bullshit.
wearing so much makeup? It's like to protect us from your son.
It's like after that really hard battle in World of Warcraft, and then you get the loot, and it's like some shitty shoes that you have better already.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, man! I finally win the loot. I finally get, and I
Yep.
get shit.
Kiss boots aren't cool to you when you were 6?
no.
You weren't like, oh, wow, those are...
No, when I was
Oh.
6 was 1981. So what was cool to me then? Cameo.
B.A. Baracus,
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah,
he was
18.
cool.
18
was
van.
the 18 van.
Mike Tyson, that's who was cool.
Not in 81.
Not in 81.
No, with
No.
no, that's 90s, huh?
Yeah.
86.
Yeah, he was late 80s.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah. That
Oh,
would've
Roberto Duran,
Oh,
Sugar Ray Leonard, all
Yeah.
those guys. Hector
Yeah.
Camacho, Tommy Hearns, Hitman Hearns.
Kerry
Remember
Von
when they
Erich.
would all, Fabulous Freebirds. Yeah, Ric Flair.
been Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
The
Was
Iron
that
Sheik.
81? No, that
and
was
Nikolai
84,
Volkov.
85.
Probably, yeah, a little bit later.
Yeah.
Gorgeous George. He might
That
have
was
been...
way before.
81 was like
Dusty Rhodes.
Huey Lewis in the news.
Want a new girl?
Wow.
Wanna make me sick? Beverly Hills Cop. Eddie Murphy.
That's 84.
Oh, that's, yeah. 81 was like that helicopter show. Airwolf.
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 Yeah.
That kind of shit.
Matt Houston. Was that
Who?
81? That might have been a little bit
I
later.
don't know what that is.
The Fall Guy.
Oh, yes.
That
Yes,
probably,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. The $1 Million Man.
Yeah.
In the Fall Guy, he had that big ass truck, that badass. I don't know
Let's
what
see,
kind
the
of truck
top,
that was.
top singles of 1981. Number 1, Betty Davis Eyes.
Yeah.
Kim
Kim
Carnes.
Carnes.
Number 2, Endless Love, Diana Ross, Lionel Richie. Your Man was popular then.
Lionel's always.
And Lady by Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
Kenny.
Lady.
Big old Kenny's
Let's go
beard.
top 5.
Hmm.
Just Like Starting Over, John Lennon. And I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
dun,
But
dun,
we have to. I have to go one extra because this is one of my great songs of all time.
We are Devo.
Celebration.
Yeah, that's a
Ooh,
great
Cool in the
one.
Gang.
That's a
Cool in the
great one.
Gang.
And then Kiss on my list, Hall & Oates.
Yeah.
Jesus,
because
there
you're
we
kids.
go.
Yeah, the early 80s, Hall & Oates was the
Yeah.
bomb.
Yeah.
Human
Yeah.
League.
Cool in the Gang, Hall & Oates,
Thompson Twins.
Lionel Richie.
Thomas Dolby in the Rain.
The Oak Ridge Boys.
Yeah.
Elvira.
The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Eddie Money.
Hey, just like Ronnie said. Remember when
Eddie
we did
Rabbit?
that? Remember
We
when
used
we
to
did that
sing
at
that
work?
shit at work all
People
the
would tell us
time.
to do something, and we'd be like, just like Brucey said.
Episode 69. We're going all the way back to 1981. Bringing it home.
Pat Benatar.
Woo! Love is a
The
Go-Go's?
Laura Branigan. 82 was the Go-Go's.
82.
He got the beat.
Yeah, you were. Was that you that was telling us about the Go-Go's video the other day?
There was
the other
a
episode.
couple while. Yeah. A while
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
There was
A
like
sex tape.
Yeah. They
Right.
made it
Where they
jerk
were
off.
making.
Yeah.
It was like their gimp.
Right.
Yeah, they got some
basically.
dude and they were
Yeah.
like pimping him out,
Yeah.
hoeing him out, getting on
He
in
was
his
like
butt.
a man groupie.
Yeah, they were getting in his butthole and doing all kinds of stuff to
They
him.
were degrading him.
Degrading him. Yes. You think that's going to come around like with all our political correctness and our advancements towards the meek shall inherit the earth, that like women are going to run everything and men are just going to be himbos and in the kitchen. They're going to be going in our butts.
I could see it. Well, that's a predominant activity, I think.
That's happening a lot now out there, I
Yeah.
think.
Is it?
Yeah, well, this younger generation, they're all about the butts. They mess around with the butts. Yeah, it's crazy. They don't have not a care in the world about fecal flakes or any of that shit. Yeah, oh yeah.
Really?
It's nuts.
Booty
Where do you
lips.
get your information from?
Oh, I got my ear to the street, dude.
Yeah.
All the time.
Butt sex ain't sex.
It's not. It's really like more of like a exploration of the
Yeah.
back door. It's
Yeah.
not really.
You can still be a virgin and give up the butt, I think,
I think.
technically.
That's what the Catholics believe.
Yes. Yes.
Is
There's
it?
no hymen in the butt.
Yeah,
From what I know. There's no hymen.
Is it holy?
it is.
It is. It's a dark, desolate wasteland back there.
It's like Dune.
Yeah, I don't. Yes,
Tatooine.
yes, mine is like Thunderdome. I don't suggest anybody go in there looking for a fight.
You got sand people in there.
Oh
and
yeah, I got
Jawas,
a
Jawas.
big guy with a little guy strapped to his chest. And he's just a baby.
Little monkey boy throwing a
Boomerang.
boomerang.
Barter
You put
town.
your finger in there, you might lose it to a boomerang.
Yeah.
I got gators back there.
Oof.
I got
Crocodile Dundee.
yes, mine's like a swamp back there. I got
Swamp people.
The wetlands.
I got those caimans.
Nile crocodile.
Those aren't hemorrhoids, baby. Those are caimans. Watch yourself.
Peat
like
bogs.
like jellyfish tentacles back there.
There's a manatee back there or
Peat
something.
bog.
Fresh river dolphins. They look weird. like those
The
dolphins.
albino ones.
Like in the what's that? The Nile. Where it's so filthy, where do all the Indians like bathe and worship?
Oh, the Ganges.
The Ganges. The Ganges.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's like that. There's sea creatures back there, but they don't look like any creatures you know.
Oh yeah, I watched this documentary once on Vice. It was about open defecation. How like 80% of the world still doesn't use toilets. They don't
Serious.
have access to toilets.
Seriously.
And in India, one of the leading countries in the world, people are still walking and shitting right by the
Yes.
Ganges, and then down the river, there's people in there washing shit. There's
Bathing,
cows in there
praying,
and everything.
yeah.
It's
Wow.
just shit covered. Like the guy went and took a boat on it, and he was throwing up because of the smell. It
I bet you their
smelled
immune
so
systems
bad.
are so strong.
I bet.
Yeah. Mhm.
I bet you they
Absolutely.
are, man. Like when I was a kid, I used to fish in Cleveland. I used to fish down at Lake Erie,
That was
catch
supposed
those
to be pretty
fish,
bad.
eat them. You weren't supposed to be doing that shit back then.
Not at
You
all.
Yeah, that was filthy.
I did it. I owe that to probably my health now. Like
Well, we used to around here. We used to go swimming, and swimming was to go down into the sewer creek.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know,
yeah.
you'd like sit on the rocks. You'd get out, and it was orange from all the sulfur. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But that was normal.
hell yeah.
Go drink out of the hose. It's like
Yeah.
I remember, like me and Uncle Jesse were talking. I was like, when I was little, like 6. We went outside, and you didn't come back. You came back at lunch.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
If it was
Absolutely.
nice out, you were not in the fucking
No.
house. You were not allowed in the
I
house.
wasn't allowed
If you
in the
were
house.
thirsty, you drank out of the hose.
You're right.
Yep. Yep. You were not allowed in my house.
No,
You know,
no,
in the
if it was
summertime.
nice out, hell no. That was parents' time to do whatever.
Yep.
And you didn't want to be in the house.
No.
There's
No.
nothing to do.
Hell no. And all the other kids were outside. You
Yep.
wanted to go find the other
Yeah,
kids.
where you
Go-
guys at? No,
Yeah.
no cell phones. You had to go ride your bike.
You
and
look
see
for
where everybody's
bikes.
hanging out.
You would look for bikes or skateboards
Yep.
or whatever the fuck it was. But and that's where you knew everyone was. And yeah,
Knew their bikes, oh, he's here.
Or you'd listen for the ball.
yeah,
You know,
there you
or
go.
people yelling.
Yep. Where are we playing
Yeah,
football?
the schoolyard. You played
Yeah.
basketball, played tag, hide and seek.
Vacant lot where people were playing football. You know, that was the shit.
Oh, yeah.
Good times, man. I remember I lived next door to these projects, and there was a time when I was like 12 to where we would tie broomsticks to our bikes and have jousts.
We would build ramps in the alley, and rickety ass. You'd haul ass and then hit them and rack, and that's how. If you weren't dead, you didn't go home crying.
No,
and then
hell no.
you were like out in the neighborhood, and some neighborhood lady, somebody's parent or something would come, stitch you up if they did, or tell you to get up and quit being a pussy.
Call you a name.
It was the neighborhood
Send
took
you
care
on
of
the
you
way.
too. Yeah.
Back when
get my-
any adult could come whoop your
Smack your ass, yeah.
And it
Are
was
you
no
being
problem.
an asshole? Smack, smack, smack. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell your mother. Please don't tell my mom.
Shit, even back then you could get molested, and it was like, well, don't be sitting on his lap.
Right. No shit.
Damn, you know.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we were definitely Cro-Mags back then. I think, we look back and go, oh, it was so much better. But I think we were pretty damn close to Neanderthals if you look
Right.
compared to these kids. Now, they might be softer, but I think that's the way we're evolving. I think, you know what I mean? Eventually, we're going to be some narrow-ass, brainiac, big-ass heads,
Yep.
sitting in chair, you know what I mean?
They have them become part of
Eating
us.
food and pellets because, we don't
It's
eat
easy.
animals anymore.
Having
We
a
don't-
tube to us to shit or something.
Yep.
Ooh.
Shit comes out like Play-Doh, scented or colored. I just as long as you
Like
get to
beets?
pick colors, beets.
It's
as
just
long
like
as you get to
now.
pick the colors, yeah. Well,
It comes out like Play-Doh and it has
Well, that's what
smells.
when I eat Fruity Pebbles, I shit green.
green,
Yeah.
Anything
So you
with a
too?
lot of food coloring,
Yeah, it's green.
It's
And
basically
sometimes
green.
I have to look at it, so I'm like,
Yeah, a
oh.
lot of times it goes straight to green. My new thing is I just been eating tons of spinach, and I don't know. It's like my body doesn't digest it, man. It's like whole fucking leaves are
Really?
like, yeah, it's crazy. Big chunks of
shitting
Yeah, but
brush.
it's got to be
With
like
sand, do you ever get any with sand in it? Because
No,
that's where spinach grows, and like
sand?
like in the Middle East and shit. on
Oh,
the
yeah?
sand, yeah.
Oh, really? No, I did not know that. No sand in mine.
it's not solid. It's right.
Yeah, it's like a spray paint can when there's no spray
Yeah,
paint left on it.
right.
It's like
Yeah, that's,
it's like a
there's no
Splatter.
binding. There's no
Plant
binding
splatter.
agent in it.
no. You just get
Nothing to hold it together.
It looks like somebody took a weed whacker close to the house, and you know how it gets all on your legs.
Yeah, it's
You know when you use a weed whacker and your shoes are covered in
yeah.
debris. Like there's no, it's nice. It's good shit.
I got to piss.
All right, let's take a break, or
Yeah. No, it's still
we'll take a
early.
break. We'll take a break.
All right.
We'll be right back. I'm going to grab some more coffee. Thanks for listening. Thanks if you're still hanging out with us, or maybe you've picked it back up and you're like, man, this conversation started out like adults and now they're talking about poop. Welcome to the Us Guys podcast. This is episode 69. We've done this 68 times, so and no sign of
Seems like
stopping.
it, right?
No sign of stopping. All right, we'll be right back.
It's crazy. We've done boys that it's fucking hilarious.
No shit.
I
Yes.
should try it out
Yeah, you should.
because all I've heard is good.
About the show community. Hey, everybody, we're back. We are back.
We're back.
It is
Back in the New York
May
groove.
17th,
Remember that song?
2020,
No.
Sorry.
the year of the coronavirus. This is 2020 is definitely nothing other than the coronavirus, right? I mean,
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
it's
What
pretty
else?
much what the fuck else is there? And this election coming up is going to be a big one.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
I would say the coronavirus.
Do you
What-
think it has? What do you think the prospects are of before the election it getting violent?
Violent?
Violent, yeah. Like
What
I
do
mean,
you
you see
mean?
people in armed protesters
It's gonna
in
go-
Michigan
yeah,
and
something
stuff that-
crazy is
Yeah,
gonna
I think
happen.
something crazy is gonna happen.
There might be a couple.
coming out of this corona, or supposedly coming out of it right now, and then
What's
just
gonna happen when
How volatile it's
right,
gonna be.
you get coughed on accidentally? and
Yeah, people are already getting
Yeah,
get
your
stomped out.
AR-15 can't do shit to that fucking disease.
Or that all they're talking about is, mail-in ballots. It's so corrupt. It could be so corrupt. That's all these Trump supporters are saying.
yeah.
So that's what they're going to blame it on.
Ah, got you.
They're setting themselves up
But
to
they
have something to
conveniently
bitch.
forget about hanging chads and
Right.
Uh-huh.
And the military has
Bush
been
being
voting
helped
by
by-
absentee ballot forever.
Right.
Mail-in.
Yeah,
You know.
crazy. Fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
For some reason, it's a pity. We get our news from memes.
I know.
That's how we get our news. I mean, and Democrats would get their news from the Daily Show for decades.
Right.
The college-aged,
Yeah.
it's entertainment news.
Yes.
And concurrently, Fox News was editorializing
Right.
all of their
Agenda.
perspectives.
And now CNN is just pretty much the fucking opposite side of Fox.
Mm-hmm.
How could they not be?
Right.
If that's
Yeah.
the
The
parameter of
the
how you
end of it.
define things
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's really fucking bizarre, man.
So,
Yeah, it's hard to find a non-biased source at all.
That's why I
Everybody has a spin.
quit paying attention to all of them. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my New Year's resolution. You guys
Your
have
Corona resolution.
any Corona resolution?
When you come out of this Corona, what is the one thing in your life you're going to change?
Way less negativity, way less consuming of corporate media,
Yeah.
and just way less complications. I'm trying to slim it down. You know what I mean? How about you? How about you?
Back to basics. You know, just
Yeah.
work on your personal shit,
Yep.
personal life. Make yourself happier.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to start cutting some fat, figuring back to basics. What is going
makes
to
me
make me
happy?
happy? And I'm going to do it.
And at this time in our life, guys our age, it's not even our fight anymore.
It hasn't been for a long time.
This is not our fight. This is for the kids. This is for the next generation. Our time is to no, I'm good. This is us riding into the sunset. I'm gonna live out my golden years.
Right. Yeah.
On Golden Pond.
I'll say my piece. I'll be that guy that hopefully somebody comes to for advice. I'll say my piece. Whether they take it or not, that's on them. That's what I've raised my kids. I let them fly, and they could fight the fight.
Yeah. How about you?
I don't have any hope for it to be any better. It's a slow swirl down the drain. I'm waiting for it to happen. It's like, let's do it already. Let's get serious about it.
About what? What's it?
Flushing it.
Flushing it.
Flushing the toilet.
Flush the toilet of life.
Let's get rid of
There's
them turds.
there's confirmed enough arbitrary, unnecessary, virtually worthless subgroups of humanity who aren't helpful.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're gonna have that. You're gonna have. I mean, there's
over 7 billion of us. That's way
I think
too many.
And if
exactly.
and if 15 to 20% of those motherfuckers cannot even qualify IQ wise to get into the military,
Yes.
we're carrying a lot of fat. We're carrying a lot of yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's exactly it. But maybe this will slim down the population.
Yeah.
Because we do have way too many people.
Wouldn't it be poetic justice for a bunch of people who believe in an imaginary God but don't believe in germs?
Yeah.
To
Yes.
go out and cough and breathe all over each other and then die? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, but it's not just them they're affecting.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
Right.
there's
That's the
collateral
problem.
Always.
damage.
But
If you could just have that people, go ahead, go breathe
There's
on each
always
other,
collateral damage.
But that's always the way it is with these dudes who are like, my rights. My rights. They're infringing on my rights. But what comes with those rights is responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
They're not rights, they're privileges.
Yeah. And not only that, but they come with fucking responsibility. My right is a responsibility to you. You know what I mean? It is not my right to walk around spewing a virus out of my mouth
But to
if it's
them,
going to hurt you.
That sounds like communism.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. But you know what else sounds logical to them is I'm not going to worry about my health. I'm going to keep pounding these Twinkies down my face, but I'm going to buy an AR and wear fatigues. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So it's a delusion. It's a cognitive dissonance.
Absolutely.
It's living in a fucking, they believe in the game. They believe in the video game. They believe in the news, the TV,
They're being told what to do.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely being led around by their neck.
Absolutely.
Anybody who wants to walk around and argue with your neighbor. Anybody who wants to walk around and argue with your neighbor. Well, I think it's never been the case to this extent because we weren't all plugged in. Mm-hmm. Now you cannot turn without hearing something about politics. I mean, you can't be anywhere. Mm-hmm.
And it's not one of the first things you talk about with someone.
Or on a screen somewhere.
Yeah.
If I pick up my phone and hit up and look at the news, the first thing that's going to come out is Trump, coronavirus, Dems versus Republicans.
Yep.
I mean, right off the bat, here's why you should hate your neighbor. Because they're a bunch of diabetics walking around in fatigues and AR-15s with pink candles. You know what I mean?
Rocket launchers.
And rocket launchers and shit. So you should hate them. It's like, well, I can feel bad for them for being misguided, but then again, who am I? Who am I to say? I'm not here to judge them. Shit, my life experience. I have life experiences that did not prepare me for any of this. So I need to stay in my fucking lane.
Right.
You know what I mean? What did my life prepare me for? It prepared me for talking about poo and dick jokes and you know what I mean, and playing guitar on the weekends and trying to make my friends laugh. That's what it prepared me for. I've seen enough of people being shitty to each other.
I think ultimately that's the folly of it, though, are the people who are aware enough and communal enough to share, to have empathy. Mm-hmm. Eventually, they check out of trying to be part of the system.
It's too hard. It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It can be. Yeah. I see that for sure. You could see it. Yeah, absolutely. You could burrow up,
Because, I mean, you shouldn't always have to fight for shit.
No, I don't like fighting.
Spend
I don't want
your
to
whole
fight.
Energy all the time fighting,
arguing,
you're going to have a miserable existence.
Yes.
To me, life's about being happy. If you're constantly doing something that doesn't
yourself to something else,
bringing order to chaos. You know what I mean? That's my life purpose. Not
life's a zero-sum game. It's like darts. The idea is to get to zero, right on zero. You end with nothing, and that's how you win. Everybody's looking around trying to buy toilet paper because it makes them think like, oh, I'll be dead, but they'll see at least I was prepared. I had toilet paper. It's a dumb way of, I don't know. It's misinformed in my opinion, and there's no hope. There would be something other than this gradual, slow swirl down the drain. And there isn't.
Well, I think some of that's perspective too, though. You know what I mean? Like, for some people, like for me personally, it's like darkest before dawn. Mm-hmm. It always seems hardest.
For people who have been down, they understand that.
Yeah. And come back up.
Yes.
You got to fight back up.
Yes.
I don't think necessarily that acknowledging it as a slow swirl down the drain is negative.
You keep saying that.
If that specific statement or a decline, or
can we just call it an SSDD or S squared D squared,
or an FAG?
Whoa!
What's an FAG?
An effigy. I meant effigy.
Oh, FAG means effigy?
Effigy. No, I spelled it out phonetically.
Fag? What the fuck are you saying?
Effigy.
FAG.
Oh, I get you. I don't know. It's crazy.
Foxtrot
man.
Alpha Golf.
Listen, man, I don't need the numeric bullshit.
That's not numeric. Those are letters.
Whatever, man. You know what I mean. The alphanumeric, so you don't screw up. Willie Peter. Pop some Willie Peter. It's dark out here. Right?
No.
White phosphorus. Willie Peter.
No.
Is that before your time?
That would be, yeah. It would be Whiskey Papa.
They called it Willie Peter in the Nam. In the shit. all up in that
you were the
triple canopy.
Star Child.
What? I heard it with my eye. No, it's called Willie Peter, dude. That's what they called it.
I heard it with my eye.
Willie Peter. Just sounds like two
Willie's Peter.
names. Sounds like two names for a dick.
Well,
Basically.
there's something
Maybe
to
they were
that.
calling you Willie Peter.
I wasn't there.
You look like you were.
They would use his head to break down doors for bunkers.
Call Willie Peter. We got to get through this barricade real
We
quick.
need his head.
There's a tree down
Not
on the
to
road.
think.
Sarge, there's a tree on the road. Call Willie Peter up here.
You guys didn't use Willie Peter at night?
No, I've never heard of Willie Peter. Like, I never heard anybody call it that.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Pretty sure that's what it was called.
Makes sense.
Does? I mean,
They
if
had a
you-
lot of slang. They had a lot of slang.
I believe that you believe it.
Jolly Green Giant was the Chinooks or whatever they're called. They called those. No, you don't remember that either. You didn't learn that in the military school or whatever the fuck you did in there.
You didn't learn previous war slang?
No, I didn't.
I could see how that wouldn't
Yes,
be
you did.
efficient to teach you. That wouldn't make a lot of sense.
Mm.
But you did learn how to burn shit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fucked.
That's a skill that you will have for the rest of your life.
And a smell.
And a smell that you will carry with you for the rest of your life.
Certain smells.
Yeah.
Like certain visual things like beet poop.
Beet poop. I'm all about the beet poop.
Do you ever try to burn your beet poop?
No. I'm not into
Get some diesel fuel.
I'm not into burning poop. Just the same reason I'm not into people burning their garbage, because all you're doing is putting it in a form that I could come in my mouth. That's all you're doing. It's going in my nose and mouth. So basically, you're putting your trash in my face. Like, why can't you just put it in a can? Why do you got to burn it, man? Doesn't make any sense. Like, you motherfuckers don't understand you're just changing the shape of it. Like, you might as well just put a funnel in my mouth and jam those diapers down in there, because by burning them,
You don't burn dirty diapers, man.
I don't understand.
I mean,
why
I did
not.
burn old electrical.
Well, see, that's improper.
Old electrical wire, like, oh yeah, to get the sheathing off of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember that from back in the day. People did that. I remember your little buddy Bevan telling me about burning.
stuff.
Have you talked to him at all or seen him?
I
or?
saw him maybe about 2 weeks ago and just got him to go.
Yeah. Where'd you see him? At a bar or something?
At the dealership.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I had to stop in and get something. Talk to Juicy. And
He's laid off. They're all laid off, right?
nope,
Except
they're
for
back.
They're
They were back. Hezekiah came back 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
And then they brought everybody back yesterday, I guess.
No shit.
Mhm.
Oh, good for those guys,
Yeah,
man. Good
I
for
know,
those
good.
guys. Maybe I can get a job now. You know? The fuck? I've applied for so many goddamn jobs. That is crazy.
Yeah, they'll be.
And it's so nuts, man, because it'll show you on Indeed, like, what you did in the past week, what jobs you applied for and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And there'll be, like, a cleaning job that I applied for, and 288 people applied for this fucking job. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
so
a ton.
fucking nuts,
Competitive.
man. Yeah, it's so competitive. It is. It's crazy.
Is there like a gremlin out there thwarting you?
You have a job, gremlin.
I don't know. I definitely have gremlins.
Have you been interviewing as a team?
No, I should have been. Hello, lady.
Hello, Miss Lady.
I should have been. I would have probably done better. But I go into interviews and I swear I'm winning them. You know what I
Are
mean?
you
Like,
wearing a tux?
no, I wear a tie.
He looks sharp. That's
I'll wear a tie. You know what I mean? To fucking Wendy's. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers will tell me like, yeah, we're gonna hire you, and then I will never hear anything from them again. It's so fucking crazy.
So you haven't heard from that last one?
No, it's fucking heartbreaking. But you know, what are you gonna do? You keep on keeping on.
Yep.
You know, scratching and clawing, and yeah, I do have people, or at least one very strong-willed person in particular trying to take my legs out from under me at every turn. But
Sweep the leg.
yeah,
The Cobra Kai in you.
yeah, I got a Cobra Kai on my back. Yes, a Cobra
Kai.
I got a Cobra Kai on my back. A little angry crow. And, yeah.
you gotta you gotta wear a
Do it try.
you gotta dress up like a what do you call it?
Like a tent, like a scarecrow man?
No. He was a shower stall, wasn't he? Didn't he go to a Halloween party as a shower stall? That's how he snuck around.
Johnny. No, not Johnny. Karate Kid.
Karate guy.
Oh.
Daniel's son.
Yeah, he dressed up as a shower stall.
Yeah, and then he got
Like a
made fun of or
circular
something, didn't he?
Yeah. That's
Because she stood him
in
up.
theory.
So I should start dressing like a shower stall?
Well, you know how like the government like made ships disappear out in the 40s with the Philadelphia.
I think a
experiment?
scarecrow would be pretty funny.
It's a low tech that.
Yeah. Some fakery.
Yeah.
Well, my social media photo for a good like 10 years was just toilets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're
so
quite becoming.
I'm
Yeah.
right back. I'm back at it. I found a couple. Like I said, it's a cleanup day in some areas around here, and I've been driving around shopping. All right, and I've seen some toilets. A couple of them look good. So if I get back on social media once all this bullshit's done, I got a nice selection to pick from. Not counting my own.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah. I'm a positive.
Well, that the only thing wrong with the grill we're getting rid of is the plates, or the whatever the grill, whatever it is, are rusty. So you'd have to get new ones of those.
Oh, no shit.
The rest of it's good if you want it.
I don't eat anything but spinach and fucking
Oh,
oatmeal.
yeah, you're not gonna grill.
I don't know. Maybe I might want it. We can
Really?
see.
Yeah, you can have it.
Yeah.
It
Throw
works.
your Wiener Schnitzel on there.
Yeah,
Wiener Schnitzel on the grill.
it works good.
I think
It's
it would
propane.
work. I don't probably.
I don't know.
I think
No,
you
you said
need-
it's breaded, right?
Yeah.
Breaded
yeah,
shit
it won't
don't
work.
No. But you could throw
Steak meat,
sausages,
Chicken.
hot dogs,
hoagies,
Hot dogs,
hoagies,
pork flank.
Chicken.
pork flank.
I got
Look
a
at
pork
you.
log in the
Flank.
fridge.
You
Technical.
got a what? A Yule log?
It's pork log. It's real big.
Oh, like a pork loin.
Something like a loin. I
Oh,
don't
dude,
know.
those are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Those
Ass
are
meats.
good.
That's the stuff you throw in a crock pot.
Yeah,
We don't have one of those.
Oh man,
just in an oven
yes.
at low temperature for a
Yeah,
long
a
time.
long
I don't
So
really know how to
soft.
cook other than breakfast.
Oh, that shit is so good in a crock pot with the fucking spices.
I do
and
got to get a
shit.
crock pot. That is the move. Once I get a job
There you go.
and a toaster, I'm gonna get a toaster too. I've
You-
been looking.
You should get one of those air fryers too, because you like to eat healthy.
Well,
You can
yeah,
fry.
it's got to be down the line. No, I don't like to
You can
eat
put
healthy. My body is a dick, and fucking
Tells you what to do.
just about every other thing I eat, it's like I fucking drink gasoline or something. You know what I mean? It becomes violent. Like,
It's because like most civilized people sit down when they eat.
oh, that's not true. That's not true. That's not. You know what? You want to know where that started? In Rome. That used to for the elites as a way to show that they were better than everybody else. They laid around.
Yeah,
and
they
ate.
They sat down and ate.
No, they laid around and ate. And
That's a good
that's
way to
where
do
it
it,
shit.
too.
No, that's gross. That gives you
You've
indigestion.
never laid around and eaten anything?
It's not good. No, I won't. I won't. It's not good for you. Just like Tylenol. It's all bad for you.
Advil.
Tylenol.
It's an NSAID or
The
whatever.
Tylenol destroys your liver.
I don't eat Tylenol.
Well,
It's Advil.
You lay around and eat Advil and Tylenol.
I don't eat Advil ever. I mean Tylenol. I like Advil because I have pains. Okay, I don't have as much chakra value as you that I can think my way through pain, or whatever you do.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
I think
do.
so. Yeah, you have a superpower.
got
That's what I got
chakra
out
value.
of that. He said you had a superpower.
Only thing I can't control
so
is
nice.
my O piece.
That's
Well,
because you
it's
don't
a-
want to control.
You have
it,
to
buddy.
raise one up and
You
one
want it
down.
to get tooken.
So you got the power, but you can't eat anything. You have to shit all the time.
I put all my talent points in other things.
Yeah,
not back
shit.
there. Not
Yeah.
back there.
Nothing to do with butt. You have a low level butt.
No, it's a mess back there. I got like a gargoyle, but like it's just
Low
a-
charisma.
Yeah, it's like a horse. You just see a horse walking down the street. Shit just
Shitting.
falls out.
Oh.
Yeah, like
You ever think of a diaper?
Soon, at some point, I'm.
leisure diapers or
Yeah,
something we should
leisure.
look into.
You can bedazzle
We're getting up
them
there in age.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Or a
get those
bag. I was thinking about like, can you get those bags voluntarily?
colostomy bag.
It would be just so much cooler to have a bag to empty than to have to like run to the bathroom every time you eat.
Yeah, but I think it's the stoma. That's you gotta like really care for that. It's not like a butthole where it usually takes care. Well, I know yours doesn't anymore, but buttholes take care of themselves for the most part. The
What do you
stoma hole
mean?
doesn't. Well, I mean, for the most part,
If you don't stretch the O-rings, it's
if
not
you
going to
don't-
stretch.
If you don't bang out your O hole,
Yeah.
it always works good. It knows the difference between solid, liquid, and gas. It's reliable.
I
But a
don't think
stoma
mine's stretched out. It's like a beer can. Like,
Like the goatsy guy.
yeah, like does that seem normal to you guys? Can you guys see inside yours?
Right.
The inner rim.
It's like the Grand Canyon back there. I could see layers of evolution.
It's like the Sarlacc pit.
Oh wow, yeah.
You can carbon date like the
Boba Fett's helmets peeking out.
there's Legos back there.
The Gamorrean guards.
It's like a
Big
He-Man.
dudes.
He-Man figures falling out and shit. Listen,
But occasionally he can still squirt out like a high pitched,
Fart. Oh, that's great.
real good one.
They're not all silent. That
Like a
means it's not
trumpet
too
blast.
used.
yeah.
They usually sound like there's like a lack of tension. It's not talk.
So it just falls out. It just goes.
It's just like
There's air there, and when it gets there, it just falls right
It's
out.
like a flute if you don't put your finger on any of the holes.
right.
It's just
It always slips.
But every once in a while, one squeaks out. A note squeaks out real high, and you go, "Oh, he still got it." And then he goes, I gotta go to bed.
listen. Under a lot of stress.
Another reason I don't wear white underwear.
Yeah, brown and yellow underwear should be
The norm.
The norm.
It really should be
Like tie-dye.
like mustard, like
tie-dye, brown
Dirty
and yellow.
mustard tiger.
like MAYOCHUP. You know what I mean? Like
What, some semen and Vaseline?
Oh,
MAYOCHUP.
grease.
You ever see MAYOCHUP?
I don't know what that is. What is
No.
It's a container with mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together.
it?
Oh, fancy sauce.
Fancy
It's
sauce.
called MAYOCHUP though at the store.
Yuck.
Oh, fancy sauce. That's gross. Anything with mayonnaise is gross.
Mayonnaise is gross.
I can't.
Oh,
No, it's so
mayonnaise.
I don't like
Mayonnaise.
any of those condiments.
No.
Like all
no.
barbecue food is just basically like a bunch of mayonnaise and like either potatoes or a bunch of mayonnaise and noodles and
It's like potato salad. I
yeah,
can't stand
all of that stuff is just a ton of mayonnaise.
Yeah. It's so gross.
Well,
I don't eat any of it.
Me either. Nope.
I can't for obvious reasons. It just it turns into like a
Your
wind.
Chewbacca mug is fucking tight. Look
Thanks,
at that.
buddy.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah.
like
saw
somebody
it.
made that.
They
Right?
did. Well, in China
Did you get that from Wish?
No, that was
at the Walmart.
Walmart, yeah.
Oh.
They only had. I think the other one.
It's
they
not
had,
Disney trademarked or anything. is it?
Probably.
Probably.
Is that
It's
a-
owned by
like a Disney one?
Zach.com.
Oh, it's some made up shit. It is definitely some made
It's a
up shit.
pirated
It's really like
Chewbacca
That's
mug.
not
Club.
Chewbacca. That's like
That's not official. That's not a real
Well,
Chewbacca mug.
that's like
That is a long-haired ape man
It's
mug.
Ookla.
Is what
Remember
they call
Ookla
it.
from
ape face man.
Yeah, it's
Thunder the Barbarian?
Yes. Ugula? What was his name?
Ookla. Carl used to call me Ookla.
Thunder.
Like I was a GoBot because he's like
Ooh,
the bootleg Chewbacca.
Oh,
Ookla.
gotcha.
Bootleg Chewbacca. Yeah.
Mm.
Like GoBots. Bootleg Transformers.
They only had Princess Leia though. I'm not a big fan of. I would have got a Boba Fett cup if they had it,
Oh, are you a
or
big-
Dark Vader.
Dark Vader.
I used to call him Dark Vader because when I was little.
What about Emperor?
Palpatine?
Yeah.
Eh. You know what?
His face on a mug. Would
I got
be
some
pretty
heart
bad.
palpatines right now from all
Really?
this
How
How
coffee.
about a Han Solo?
I like Han.
I like it. He's cool.
I think that movie was a waste of.
Oh God. Here we go. What?
Did you watch it?
What movie?
The Han Solo movie?
Oh no. Yeah, I watched that. It wasn't that
It
great.
was
I
like-
thought you were gonna say Star Wars
I just
or
saw.
Empire Strikes Back.
No, that's a good one. I
Yeah.
just saw the last.
That's my favorite.
That's the best one.
Yeah, the AT-ATs and shit.
Empire
and-
Strikes
and-
Back is by far the
yeah,
best one.
Yeah. The story was
Yeah.
spot on too. It was good. Yeah.
It doesn't look the best.
What?
Well, what looks the best?
Probably the newer ones like the
All the CGI and shit.
Yeah.
and, well, battle scenes and stuff. Yeah.
Some of them, yeah. Some of those look really good.
Oh, did you ever? This got me thinking. Did you ever watch that show Lego Masters?
No.
You should watch it because I think you would really appreciate the skill it takes for them to build that shit like that in like 8 hours. Like they
Yeah,
built
yeah.
bridges that held Lego bridges, all out of Legos, and they held over 1,000 pounds.
No shit.
Damn.
Yeah, like they're
No
this-
shit.
It is.
That's
Yeah,
what's
watch
that
it.
on?
engineering, Lego engineering.
Yeah, it's what it is. It what it was on Hulu.
Lego Masters?
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
pen
Look
down?
it up.
I got one.
Can you write that down? Because I'll forget. I got to
Yeah.
get something to watch other than.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Lego Masters?
Yeah, it's like teams of people, and they build like, oh my god, they have to design, think of what they have to do, and then figure out how to build all this. And like 8 hours.
Oh, it's like a competition.
Yes.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
shit. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
cool.
Yeah, it's cool, and the shit they build is like fucking amazing. They build like fight scenes like between some monsters and a village and
Yeah.
shit, and there's
Oh, no
crazy
shit.
shit. Yeah.
Legos, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
Legos are like one of those rare things that hold their value too.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they're so fucking overpriced to
Yeah.
begin
Jesus,
with.
they are retarded, and they
It's
were
fucking
retarded
plastic,
expensive
man.
when
Why
we
is
were.
it so expensive?
right? Yeah, it's
But,
because
yeah,
they're dope.
I remember I had spent like when I had money, I spent
Can I get one more of those? Last one.
I spent a lot of money on like the pirate set and the castle set. Like the pirate ship I bought was like $600.
Yeah,
What?
that's ridiculous how much.
it was
you
like
kidding
this
me?
big. Yeah.
I was going to make
When did you get? Wait, when?
Shit, that was when I was married.
Yeah.
As an adult?
10 years
Yeah.
ago was probably that much.
mine was
Yeah.
like 20 years,
Yeah, yeah.
25 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I mean. Like,
Like,
the price
when I was
doesn't
in the
change.
Army.
Like,
No, no,
Legos
yeah,
don't
20,
go down.
20 years ago, it was like $6.99, $7.99.
What the
something like
fuck?
that, yeah.
You bought that as an adult?
Yeah, but you
I like
find
Legos.
Zen, right?
Yes, I
You
love
calm
building
down.
Legos. Sit there for hours, build them. But a lot of people are creative with them. I need instructions.
Yeah, well, that's
know?
fine.
So I couldn't. That's why I appreciate the show, because they can think of what they want to build, and then as a team, create each
Yeah.
other's vision in there and make it.
Oh,
what
no
it
check
is.
that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, man. It's awesome.
Lego Masters. There's your viewing recommendation for the week.
Right. Yes.
Weed recommendation was Wet Dream.
Wet Dream, it's a sativa, and it's the bomb.
Any music recommendations for this week? Anybody?
I haven't really been listening to music.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just Freddie Gibbs is what I've been listening
That's a good
to.
one.
Man.
Still on Freddie. Yeah.
Krungbin has a new single. It's pretty good. She sings on it. It's called Time. It's a good
Okay.
video. I want to dress like the man in that video who's building the sandcastles.
Oh, that orange
Yeah.
outfit. That cat. Yeah. I saw that. That's good. What else? Any other new music? I'm trying to think, but I've been
Yeah.
really distracted.
No, just the new live Freddie Gibbs shit with the band Michael Affair or whatever it's called.
That band, that bass
there's-
player in that fucking band.
the keyboardist, man. Oh, he is. I mean, that's the band for those who don't know. It's the band in the Freddie Gibbs Tiny Desk concert. It's the same band.
Yeah, they're doing
And
like
it's
a
like
whole series now.
I heard like an interview, and Madlib wanted to do that, but they had to wait for the band's schedule to open because he had to have that band.
no shit. Oh, I can see why. That. Whew,
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
woo-wee. Yeah, Freddie Gibbs is blowing up big time.
He should. He should. I mean, for a rapper who can those kind of beats and then live sound as good
Absolutely.
as recorded.
And he's just not in one drawer.
No,
Like the dude's got a sense of humor. He does the gangster rap. He does like the
the champagne in the creek, man.
the fucking the silliness of it is just such a
The sense of humor.
It's
Yeah,
great. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's so good.
It's something special. It is.
Oh, how about Frank and Maury? That's old sort of now, but that's pretty good. Sticky from Frank and Maury. That's a good rapper.
Frank and Maury. It's like a
know what
comedy.
that is.
It's like a parody.
Yeah.
Rap.
Octogenarian.
It's
two
like
dudes
two
walking
old
around
dudes.
Brooklyn.
Somebody raps and makes up these beats and basically gets these old dudes to like lip sync
really?
it in the
Wait till
video.
you see the.
Yeah, they're
It's funny.
It's good. Yeah.
good.
Better than watching train tracks.
I haven't been watching train tracks lately.
Oh,
Oh no! How about Thailand?
Nothing's going on there, dude. It's remarkable. That
Really?
fucking
No,
place
they
is
like
shut down.
They have like the Philippines is shut down.
It's
like
fucking
Vietnam
empty.
shut
so
down.
where do you go to fuck lady boys? Think of all this repression. Think of all these alcoholics
Yeah.
who can't drink. All these molesters that can't get out and hire a hooker.
Yeah,
There's a lot of pent up stuff
there
going
is.
on.
And the hookers themselves.
And the hookers are poor.
Uh-huh.
I'm not spending that much on them anymore. I
You
definitely.
can't find one to
I
bang
can
your
only
loose
get like
butthole.
$5.
I'm going on credit. I'm trying to work on credit right now, and nobody wants to give credit.
Down East Dickory.
Downy.
Down East Dickory.
Oh, I thought he said Downy.
Downey
Like
Dickory.
Corky.
Oh.
Bickering.
Corky?
Yeah, you remember that show Life Goes On?
I do.
I figured you would.
I remember that. What do you mean by that, fellow?
I mean, you watch obscure shows, and that was popular, but it was
I never
obscure.
watched it. It would be on like when I'd go to visit my grandma.
Oh, she was a quirky fan.
Well, like, you know, it's like family programming, I guess.
Got you. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was feel
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
make you feel good.
he wanted to drive.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
he got
stole
to.
the car, but he's like, Becca, I want to drive.
I don't remember it like you guys do. I didn't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
Seen any good horror movies? You like
Horror?
horror movies?
They don't, no, not anymore because they're not as magical as they were when I was young.
I get
You know,
what you
like I
mean.
would watch like the Hellraisers or like Rawhead Rex and,
Yeah.
you know, think about, oh, this is cool. But not anymore. It's just more shock value than it,
That's
to
true.
me, than it is
That's
actual
true.
horror story,
Mm.
you know? So I don't watch a lot. Uncle Jessie does. She watches a
Oh.
shitload of them, you know, like the ones with the dolls and
Yeah. it's-
shit. And yeah, I don't watch that kind of shit. I like watching like weird shit. Well, not weird shit, but shit that makes my brain work. You know.
Oh, like what?
Like, yeah.
Like Legos?
Well, like Legos, like Lego Masters. yeah.
The Curse of Oak Island?
Oh yeah, I watch that.
That's awesome,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, I watch the shit out of that.
I don't like the narrator, though.
No, he's no.
He's got to be inquisitive every
Could
fucking
it
time.
be?
Yeah.
Could
Just
it have
fucking-
been? It's like watching that. They say that. Could it have been, or could it be that? As many times as watching like the miners, the gold rush,
Right.
they say sluice. You know?
Yeah.
And we've already talked about the usage of the word sluice.
Gross.
You know, it's gross and it's overused.
Can't
how-
overuse it.
Oak Island's awesome, but like older movies like Being John Malkovich
Oh.
and like
Eraserhead?
Lost in Translation, you know,
Oh, newer, older movies.
Eternal Sunshine, Spotless
Yes.
Mind, shit like that. That wow,
Being
this
There?
is fucking cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen
Psychological.
that. Yeah.
Not
yeah.
so much horror, but thriller maybe. or
Yeah, like
something.
wow, this weird shit could
Mhm.
actually happen. You know.
Like Black Mirror. Like, you ever watch Black Mirror? Black Mirror is
yeah.
awesome.
You ever see Antichrist?
No,
You know Lars von Trier?
no.
Okay, well, you might like that. Willem Dafoe's in it.
Willem Dafoe's. Oh, Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Him in that is like my favorite ever. Willem Dafoe in that.
Did you guys ever see Happiness? That's probably from '98, and it's fucked
I
up.
might have. It's really not happy.
No.
right, at all. Yeah,
It's
I
an
might have
ensemble
seen it.
cast.
Yeah, something like those, like that. Crash
Philip Seymour
shit.
Hoffman's in it. I don't know. It's pretty rare to find. It's a pretty good one.
I know they put Apocalyptico on
That's a weird one too.
They put that back on Prime. I just watched that again. It's been a long time. That's a fucking phenomenal movie. I love that movie.
Well, it's like they
Tubbs movie. What's that dude's name?
What's that?
Tubbs.
No,
Mel
who's
Gibson?
Yeah, Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
I was
Mel
trying to think
Gibson's
of his name in the movie where he was a feisty cop.
Braveheart. Oh, no.
Oh, Briggs or
Briggs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal
Lethal
yeah.
Weapons.
It's
Lethal
always
Weapon.
sunny.
Denim and the fucking feathered hair and shit. Was some shit.
And that attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Apocalyptico.
It's crazy.
That fucking movie. I just love it. It's so good, except
It's
for the.
good?
Oh yeah.
No shit.
The only problem, I mean, the
Dark.
thing that really fucking gets me though is whenever there's any kind of like animal hunting scene, it's like puppets. It's so crazy. Like yeah, there's like this, this Black Panther chasing this cat through the woods, and and these fucking natives pin it and they're attacking it, and it's literally like a fucking puppet. It's so over everything else, like the costume design, the cinematography.
And that's
like
pretty recent for them to.
yeah, it's not that old. It's
Like 2000s, isn't it?
yeah, or maybe it might even
2010.
be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
2000. It might even be 20 years old.
Kind of ashtray.
But it's a trip. The movie is a trip.
Mom and Dad was pretty good.
I don't know that.
It's Nicolas Cage, and I can't think of the lady's name, but you wouldn't think she'd be in a movie like this. And it's about for some reason, one day the adults start attacking the kids.
Oh, that took too long for you to say. I quit listening.
What are you high?
Maybe.
Are you gonna puke again?
No.
I
Oh,
talk
but
slow.
speaking of, I know.
My
I'm just,
brain
but I'm just-
departments
I'm
and
just-
brain
I'm just-
compartments are out of alignment.
I'm just
bro.
busting your balls. The one big thing that since this coronavirus is that Tiger King shit. People were
yeah.
blowing that up. I know you had to see that.
I watched the first two.
The
I
first
think.
one is slow, but then it gets rolling.
Yeah, that Karen's what's her name? Sharon or Karen?
Carol
Carol
Baskin.
Carol
Baskin.
Baskin is a bitch.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
best.
like
I
a
watched
made
that
up.
shit.
Yeah,
It's
I
so-
figure you would have.
Dude.
You like Joe
Yeah.
Exotic. don't you?
Yes,
He's
yes.
like your kind of
Oh yeah,
person.
I would have been one of his husbands.
You would have fell for that? Like when you watch, didn't he?
All
get
they
both
did
of
was
his
all they
husbands?
had to do was drive around all day and shoot guns.
Yeah, they
That's
fucking
all they
hung
wanted, and
out.
then bang him.
You know they didn't show it, but I guarantee you those motherfuckers were getting high.
Oh
Oh, yeah, they all
without
were.
a doubt.
They all
Without
were.
a
Huff and
doubt.
paint and weird shit.
You couldn't tell the one that killed himself. He was all like high all the
Oh
time.
yeah.
They
Oh
said he
yeah. That
was,
one they
yeah.
even said. Yeah, that one they said the dude smoked
But
weed
the
all
toothless
time.
dude.
My favorite was the dude who had the clutch T-shirt on, who was like the head groundskeeper, the real skinny
yeah,
dude.
with no legs.
He lived. No, not
No.
him. There was the other dude, the real skinny guy who like lived in a trailer, man.
Yes, I know.
He was busted up, man. But he was my favorite. He was,
The ex-felon.
yeah, he was so slow. And he was a good dude. Man, that shit, that definitely got me. That and 90 Day Fiance,
Oh, I never saw that.
fucking No Neck Ed, man. That
Oh,
my
yeah.
Is that
Oh
good?
yeah, they go like it's basically just dudes who find girls online and either get catfished or not. It's legit. Like they go to the Philippines or Russia or Brazil, and they meet like they got 90 days to bring this person to the U.S. and get a visa and marry him.
Are you shitting me?
Almost everyone to a T is just a complete train wreck. You know, I mean, it's such
That poor
a
girl.
Wow. I
the
gotta
girls
watch
and
that.
the like at first you're like, man, these girls are just using these dudes to get into the US, but after like an episode you're like, she's earning her fucking way into the US. Like to say
Really?
that she's taking like the easy way out to get into the US, no, dude, no. No Neck Ed is something else.
Yeah,
Like
he's awesome.
Where's
those
that
who-
on?
TLC.
Oh.
Mostly I just watch it on YouTube because I only like it in like 2 or 3 minute clips. It's too much. You know, I don't think I could sit and watch full
I
episodes.
get what you
but
mean. Yeah, it's
but you watch enough clips of it and you'll get the gist. And it's hard to not get hooked on that because, for me anyway, just because it's so bizarre. It's just fucking bizarre. And then they have like a spin-off of it where it's the other way around, to where it's like a rich British dude will get like a blonde New York American, and she wants to go to Britain and live with this guy, and he's like, "Ugh."
Like the ones that have to move to go to like Norway or something.
Yes,
like that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. You got some of those too,
Yeah.
you know, to where it's like, man, they look so like. Not only do Americans look bad by going and trying to find a wife in a third world country, but then when the Americans try to marry somebody, it's just, woo-wee.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
Do
so
some research.
crazy, man. Crazy. No Neck Ed.
he looks like Ram Man.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
He-Man.
he's got
Yeah.
Oh my god.
no neck.
He's real tiny.
And it's just a box of a dude. You know what I mean?
Like
It's
a
just
little beefing.
yeah, like a dwarf. Like he would have been like a tank, a dwarf tank.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's just stout looking, but he's only like 4'8". You know what I mean? Like it's
Wow.
yeah, it's real like beefing. Yeah, a lot like beef, for no
Did
doubt.
you see that news story of the goats, the herd of goats that invaded that neighborhood?
Nope.
They had video of like
No.
200
my
goats?
people are rising up.
Yeah,
I think
the
it was in
goats.
California or
Oh no shit! Just because there's no traffic and
there's
shit,
nothing-
they're just
yeah.
coming in. Yeah, yeah. That's one of the. I mean, if anything, you could
They
look
were
at this
cute.
whole. You could look at this whole
Reminder.
coronavirus as like a reprieve for the environment. You know,
Could be.
Yeah, they're
Give-
saying like the
give the-
fish are going in the rivers or
fucking
dolphins or
give
something.
the earth a chance to catch up with our stank asses. You know.
Yeah, like the Ganges.
Yeah. Ooh.
that ain't never gonna.
That ain't
come
gonna
back.
clean up. Those motherfuckers are still in there with those brown dolphins. You know, poop dolphins. There's all kinds of like, ooh.
Oh yeah.
Supposedly
it's
there's
just
some kind of dolphin in that river, but
Yeah,
it's ugly. I
yeah,
guarantee
yeah,
you it's ugly.
Mutated and
Looks like a manatee.
looks like
and-
Rocky Dennis
Yeah,
swimming around.
it's not like
like.
it's like
Not
fuck, you know, swimming in that coffee water.
Sucking turds.
Oh yeah, living on human poops. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. Really crazy. Wow, episode 69.
Yeah.
If you made it this far,
Nine.
I appreciate you. I really do.
You want
I
to do
need
some
it right now.
ASMR?
No,
For our
never. I have not once.
audiophiles?
Every time, not one time you've brought that up have I been into it.
Well,
I'm actually anti it. You know what I mean?
no, I don't get it.
Well,
It.
I don't get it.
what is
It's
it?
it.
They say, what is it? Come on, you guys are supposed to. We usually sing too on these episodes. At some point, we start singing.
I was waiting for you to lead. What are you singing?
You said, what is it? They say,
Those headphones look like earbuds on your head.
man, fuck you.
Look at the size of them on my head. Look,
They look
right?
big. Yeah, like cans. It's got a big head.
Big head, bro.
bro. Hey, bro.
Wide set.
Heavy set.
I'm
Wide.
sturdy.
Wide set dude. It's a wide set dude.
Husky. Where's the husky sizes?
I asked that. Yeah, I used to go to Sears to get husky clothes
Did you?
when I was little.
Did you really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
We made fun of the husky kids because I was in Slims.
Well, I was always a big fella. It served me well. I would have hated to have been like a little tiny kid growing up where I grew up. I would have been fucked with way more. There's
yeah.
no way you wouldn't be.
Imagine being slight and orange.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you
And
you sharpened the mind.
And
That's
smart.
true.
That's what I was just
I
gonna
had
say.
henchmen.
Smarter than
Mhm.
every.
Yeah, I had henchmen.
Did
Always.
you?
Yes. Always had henchmen. Do my bidding.
He's a wizard.
Right.
I was high up on cliffs.
Charm
on the
person.
edges of- Your major foe is a hawk with sharpened talons. He wants to grab you
Drop you off
by
the
your
cliff.
scruff and drop you on the rocks.
Or I call the birds in.
Well, your friendly birds, like you made a
Familiar.
true-
Yeah,
Yes,
my friendly
familiars.
birds. I command them for shit.
What's the goat related to? Like
The goat?
wolf and ravens are related, at least in Native American.
Are they? One
Yeah.
flies, one doesn't.
Well, they're linked like psychically,
Oh.
like the raven sees for the wolf. So, I don't know. It's just myth. But I would imagine in some way, a goat is a friend with some kind of winged creature.
Yeah, what would a goat be friends with? I don't know.
Goat would be friends with.
A pterodactyl, I think.
Yeah, what else is on
Yeah.
vulture?
A chickadee,
Vulture.
Not a chickadee. No.
sparrows, maybe sparrows.
Ptarmigan.
A badass owl.
Ooh,
Wise like an
owl.
owl.
Yeah.
Goats and owls.
Goats
Yep.
and owls. Yeah.
If they aren't related, they are now.
you don't see a lot of either one of them.
Nope. That's like Uncle Jesse's spirit animal's an owl, obviously, because she has a shit ton of owl things, and getting into the gnomes too.
How does
Yeah.
she know that what her spirit animal is?
Cause
He told her.
I told her. Yeah.
Did you? Or did she see it?
No, she doesn't see her. If she had to pick, it would be an owl.
Do you get to
you're
see
drawn
her?
to an animal. Like my animals, I'm drawn to are cats. Now, obviously, because I can
Mhm.
relate to cats. She's drawn to owls and goats, I guess.
She's got a thing for goats.
She's got a big thing for argyled goat feet.
Mm.
I do have argyles.
Of course you
Argyle
do.
goat
Are they the
hooves.
same?
With my pumas.
Hooves.
Yeah, they are the same. They match.
Nice.
That's because I had to go through my drawer and throw out all my old socks because it wasn't closing. So I had a bunch of socks that were like 10 years old. You know,
Yeah,
as
like
we all
tube
do.
socks? I got a ton of those, dude.
Yeah, they had holes, so I had to throw some of them out, and you know.
Yeah, I've got underwear that the
Yeah,
waistbands
I had to
are
go through that,
so
too.
they're like waves, like
Yeah.
rippled.
Yeah,
Like
I had to-
bacon.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
to go
I got
through
bacon
them.
waistbands. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I went to buy some underwear, and even at the dollar
They're
store,
expensive.
man, they're like $4 a
Yeah.
piece.
And then if you get the ones with the shitty waistbands that last through like 10 wash sessions, then you're back to the go ahead.
Right.
So-
I think MeUndies should sponsor us. Because
Ooh.
that's
Mhm. There we
That's
go.
Oh my
Model.
God! Any sponsor, anybody sponsor us, please. I can't even. I gotta pay for Photoshop and hosting, and I can't even. I can't beg somebody to let me clean a Corona toilet around here. It is so fucking hard.
Hard times,
But
brother.
I will not give up. I will not give up.
Yep, we've done this 69 times. now.
69. That's a magical number. I hope somebody gets laid off this.
At what number do you start getting sponsors?
500. No, actually, I think it's more based off of views and subscriptions,
Mm-hmm.
and we are probably about 50,000 away.
Oh, well, we don't push that, you know?
at all, really.
Maybe we should.
I don't really know how to push it, though. That's a weird face. Are you trying to not fart?
Mhm.
No.
Oh.
I'm just trying
You
to
thinking?
think.
That's his thinking face.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I think I did hear that
He
it is
farted
like
and it smells.
it's like 50K subscribers or
I
something
think
like
you're
that.
right.
Like you get
Wow.
monetized. Like
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna make money off this, Bubs.
No.
Ever.
That's all right.
But that's
That's
fine
not
by
the
me.
point, right?
No, it actually is better for me that way because then I can actually have more fun. You know?
It's not like a job.
Right. I don't have to worry about it. It's hard enough to try to find pennies out here. You know? I'm not going to try to get it this way. And then we'd have to control what we say, be cautious about what we say.
Yeah,
or-
watch what you talk about.
No. I want to pour Dinty Moore on a guy's lap
Yeah, and film it.
and shoot it. You know, that's what I want to do. That's where I'm at.
I still have some of those on my phone.
Well, yeah, the Dinty Moore pics.
Yeah, I can't
dude,
get
I
rid of
still
them.
have. I got the ton of material I haven't even begun to use yet.
That
Yeah.
was a sight.
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff. I mean, you got to give it up to Rickety.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Miss
He took
Rickety.
like a quart
Reverend.
of Dicky of
2
Moore.
pounds. 2
2
pounds.
pounds of Dinty Moore in the lap.
Mhm.
All right, and then rubbed it on his face like it was war
Yeah.
paint. Dinty Moore war paint. He smelled good.
No, he didn't. It smelled bad.
And how long was it until it was cleaned up?
The next day, we
Yeah, next day.
and then there we left. He left
There was
a
a
couple
chunk.
strategic.
Strategic.
Just to keep the vibe in the place. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you want it
Yeah,
to
it
smell.
doesn't even look like the sluice drain's been used.
Oh,
in a
no.
while.
It
Look at
hasn't.
It's all
It
covered
hasn't.
Up and
Yeah.
it's like the old swimming pool and the neighborhood
Dried up.
swimming pool.
Sad kids and a
Yep.
dry swimming pool.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's to the point where every once in a while you got to pour water into it just to keep the sewer gas out.
Yeah.
It's so
It's just dried up.
abandoned.
Yes,
Yeah.
abandoned.
Is there rats eating it anymore?
No, there's no rats here.
No.
This is a place of worship down here. There's no vermin.
No, there's no rats. I hope not.
This is a place of love and sponsorship of each other. This is a
Yes.
place of community.
Which is a good show.
This is a place of back to the beginning.
Yeah. Full
Back
circle,
to
guys.
life, back to reality. Who did that song?
CNC Music Factory.
No, who?
I don't know.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
No,
JJ
I don't
Fad.
know. Something like that.
O-Town.
I don't. Something like that I don't know. And I'm
Guy.
probably not going to look it up.
No, don't.
I won't.
Don't ruin our record of misinformation by actually giving facts. We are not trying to supply facts to people. If you're listening to this, you're not interested in facts. You're trying to get out, get away, hang out in the fort with us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know?
The fort.
Honeycomb Hideout.
Well, we did it.
We did.
We did it. You know what I mean?
Spent.
While the rest of the world is huddled in fear, we came together, and we're a shining beacon of light.
Belly sluggish with duck meat.
Like I'm holding a mag light with my OPs, just
Yep.
trying to just show you all. That's all.
And
I'm just trying to bear it all.
His ring piece is gripping it.
It's looking good.
yeah. Well, you can converse with us on the social media too.
You can please give us something. Give us some feedback if you're out
Pluses,
there.
minuses, anything. Let's
Come-
hold on to minuses.
Yeah,
though.
come on
We
in.
have fragile egos.
Come on in. You know, step into our world for a little bit. Anything you'd like us to discuss next week? Now's the time to get in. Once again, anytime, we always welcome questions, comments. I'll read it on the air or on the YouTube or whatever, wherever you want it. On iTunes, we're still on iTunes as long as we can pay the bill.
MySpace?
MySpace, we're not on MySpace.
No.
I wish.
That would be
I
awesome.
would like to make a MySpace page. That would be dope.
We'll bring people
You-
back to MySpace.
You will not find us on the TikTok because
Nope.
I don't
I
even
don't
know what
know how
that
to-
is.
I don't know how to work it.
I'm officially too old for that shit.
Snapchat? No,
No,
thanks.
Don't know how to work it. I don't know how to work half the features on my phone. I sure as fuck ain't learning anything new. No. I will be putting my I will be starting my tomatoes indoors this week.
Ooh,
I'll be starting my
nice.
peppers indoors this week.
Peppers?
That's awesome.
Peppers. That's where my head is at. You know what I mean? I'm getting back to
Farmer.
basics.
Farmer Daz.
Yes, Farmer Dad's back in business. Hey, I may have to be living on it here soon if one of these dollar stores don't find me. If they don't find me qualified enough to clean their Corona toilets. You motherfuckers, give me a goddamn job. Wow, I have a very special skill set, and it is unemployable, obviously.
You're not essential.
I'm not essential at all. Hell no. Nothing essential about me. Just ask.
Everybody needs jesters.
Yes. Come on.
Poke me with a stick.
Let me get in your place of work and comment about your toilet or
Through the airwaves, while you're working that long shift, put on the
Us Guys podcast. There you go. I know you're working alone or you're lonely.
Yeah.
There's only half the people out or a third, whatever your business is allowing at this time.
Right, while you're working that bar
Yes.
that serves takeout only.
Yes.
Got nothing to do.
Put us on for
Yeah.
the whole crew. How about that? Turn us on to somebody. How about that? Turn somebody on to us.
Yep. Turn us on.
Turn me on to somebody. Try to get this old thing erect.
Just turn me loose.
Ooh,
Who did
I
that?
wanna do it my way. I don't know. I hate
Me
those
either.
kind of bands.
And I wanna fly.
Steve Miller Band.
No, Steve
Something
Miller
like
Band's
that.
actually good.
Who said that?
They're good.
Really?
Oh yeah. Good
What
musicians.
songs do they have?
'Cause I'm a joker. I'm a smoker.
Oh, that's them?
I'm a
Yeah.
midnight toga.
Space Cowboy.
Wrapped up like
Take
a
the money.
douche.
Yeah,
Is
no.
that them?
No, that's
No,
that's
stealing Willies.
no.
Wrapped up like a douche.
Manfred Mann. And that
Man.
Manfred Mann, Blinded by the Light.
Oh, wow.
Like a douche.
That's
What's a
early. That's
douche?
way earlier than Turn Me Loose. That's like Foreigner or something
Oh,
like
maybe.
Or Canadian
Yeah,
band.
shitty. Rush.
Rush or like some kind of Canadian band.
Rush is pretty good. Man.
Nah. Well,
I don't really like them, but I can admit that
They have skills.
yeah,
Yeah.
drummer,
Yeah.
phenomenal drums. I mean, yeah, technically, yes. But
Yeah.
aesthetically, no.
Like Steely Dan.
Steely Dan, I don't know one of their songs. I don't like the
Yeah,
name.
you do.
I don't even like the name of the band.
You know their song.
Steely.
It's like 38 Special.
What does Steely Dan even mean? Like, what does Steely mean?
Let's ask me.
I
Yeah.
used to know what Steely Dan meant because I wanted to. I was inquisitive, but I don't remember.
You wanted to be in Steely Dan. You
No.
wanted to be Steely Meat.
Well, trivia. Steely Meat.
I want to get a jersey that says Steely Meat.
Chevy Chase was the original drummer in.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Get out of here. Really?
Two dudes
In
in
where?
Steely
Steely
Dan,
Dan.
and Chevy
I thought they
Chase
were
had
all
a band.
session musicians.
I don't know if they might have been. I can't
they
remember
were.
their names, but
But Chevy Chase was in a band?
with those two guys
Get the fuck
before
outta here.
Steely Dan. Yeah.
Oh,
No shit.
before Steely Dan. So, like in the garage.
I used to like Chevy Chase a lot when I was young, man.
Yeah.
It was,
Well, he's pretty funny on Community.
is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it hard to believe that, like,
Yeah.
nobody liked him or that, the people he worked with considered him like an asshole and shit
Well,
like that.
he
like,
plays like a guy a little older than us going back to community college.
oh, yeah. I tried that last year. It was not a comedy. I felt out of place.
That's the setting of that show.
No,
Is that it's
you
a
were like,
community college?
yeah.
Oh wow.
It's a study group for a community college.
Oh.
All these people are
Give me your
taking
pen.
one class. It's like an English class or humanities class or something. So they all get together at the community college and study.
Oh, no shit.
It's fucking hilarious. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been watching. Man, I have watched just tons of fucking boring documentaries.
Oh, it's so funny. It
And
just is. 'cause
UFC.
You having gone back to community college, you would be able to feel like you
Yeah,
were in
yeah.
that study group because you've seen people
Oh, yeah.
at the community college that are just like the people they're playing,
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you could relate really big.
Yeah, it's a
and they're
different-
retarded like we are.
It's a
So
different animal for sure. It's
It'd be like us going to a study group and fucking with people, which would happen.
I owe that community college some money too.
Thinking to
Look,
send out some guys.
I was like, "What are you gonna do to me?" They're like, "Well, you can't come back here." I was like, "Peace."
You were shaking your fists over that whole shit, man.
I was
You were-
mad. I was
Yeah.
mad. How the fuck you gonna have a hydroponics course and not know how to, or not even try to know?
That's fucked up.
Like I was fucking teaching the kid, the other people in the class. I was showing them afterwards what was going on. Man,
That's crazy.
oh,
You were hot. I
Bummer.
remember talking to you at work. Oh, like these motherfuckers.
oh, I was yes, I was very
Told them
salty.
to go fuck themselves.
How the fuck you gonna charge me like college rate, which is you know absolutely
Right.
insane. When the fucking
$60 an hour.
when
or
the
something
books
like
are
that.
like $60-$70, then you got to get this study guide and you got to get these goggles.
And then they don't teach you shit out of it.
And it's like,
anyway.
all right, so when are we growing? Well, we're going to start to get the equipment probably when your class is through, but the next class is going to, and it's like, man,
what good is
fuck
this?
you.
Wow.
And then when I went to the administrators, they're like, well, we're sorry to hear that. You owe us this much. Like, all right, well.
Do you want to take it next semester?
Yeah. And I'm like, well, you know what? Good luck getting that from me because I already got somebody out there trying to wreck my credit and run me into the ground. And get in line, motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
There ain't no room on this throat for more feet.
That's right. The hater train. The hater train's all loaded up like a fucking train coming out of Mexico or India with all those people sitting on it and
Come
standing
ride
on
the
it.
Train.
Yeah.
You got it. Remember that song? Come on, ride the train. Do-da-da.
Your head bopping is making me kind of remember
Yeah.
it.
And there was a whistle
It's
on
like
it.
I think I.
And there was a chick dancing. Come on. It was like probably late 90s.
Yeah.
Come
Who
on.
sang that?
It was right around the time Return of the Mac was popular.
D-Light.
No.
That's Grooves in the Heart.
Grooves in the heart.
CNC Music Factory?
No.
It's gonna make you sweat till you bleed.
That's CNC
That's
Music
dope
Factory.
enough. Indeed. Yes.
One of the best rhymes ever in all of music. One of the best.
Well, what about Marky Mark?
Yes.
With the
Doing
shirt off?
concentration curls with center blocks. Being 4'5". It's so easy to look stocky when you're 4'5". Right? I love those dudes who are like fucking look all ripped up and shit. Then when you see them stand next to an ordinary human, they're like a dwarf. It's like, well, motherfucker, it's a lot easier to do push-ups when your arms are less than a foot long.
Absolutely.
You know?
Do you guys ever watch Wilfred? Did you
I
watch
have.
that?
I
used
did.
to.
I think I watched the first 2 seasons or something like that.
that's-
That's a
that's-
hilarious.
yes,
Yeah,
that
I haven't
was-
watched it in a long time, but
Okay. Well, towards the end, it got really fucking weird.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
It's
super
good.
Weird.
That was a good show though, man.
Yeah, that gave me a lot of respect for Elijah Wood.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he's good in that. Yeah. And that's a funny fucking show. Wilfred, with a guy
The dog.
he talks to his dog and it's played by this Australian dude.
Yeah, he's hilarious, man. That show's great.
That's the dude with them big eyes, right? Elijah Wood?
Yeah, he played in. Oh, you don't watch it.
Lord of the Rings?
Lord
I
of the
watched
Rings.
those.
He doesn't watch.
I
Them.
watched those. I liked
Yeah,
them.
he played Frodo.
Yeah,
you didn't like him because
my dad did.
sucked.
My dad read it, had the books
yeah.
and had the animation. Remember, from
Yeah,
the
that was
Oh,
great
yeah.
from the
I was
70s.
a
That
huge
was like
fan of that.
that's what like got me into a
Hobbit?
lot of this Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah.
stuff was The Hobbit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was in a remake of. He played it's in a movie called Maniac, and he was one against type. He's like a killer. Maniac is like this 1980.
Wow, he was a killer. I can't. Yeah, I see what against.
Never mind.
All right. Yeah.
Tom Savini was the makeup effects artist in Maniac from 1981, and it
Are you
started.
trying to recover with some absolutely useless facts? Like
I
we're
like your
gonna forget
mustache.
that you couldn't even think of what you were.
I'm pretty
talking about.
high, man.
Yeah,
Here
my
we go. He's
mustache
going
is
down.
tight.
He's going
Yeah,
down.
he's
reached the high point
Yep.
and is
Elijah Wood in
It's
the
a crash.
remake of Maniac. It's pretty good.
A
Not as
cremate?
creepy as the original.
Mm.
That's it. We're talking about
Struthers
Struthers.
Reel it in.
and Mud Struthers.
All right, everyone.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for us this week. That's 2.5 hours of
Damn.
blathering.
Yes.
9.
Episode
Some
69.
TikToks. Episode 69. We love you. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back next week.
Maybe we'll get the Tic Tacs.
We'll get on some TikTok and the MySpace, and we're gonna do it up.
We're coming to your wherever
But,
you listen to us.
Chatterbait.
Your little break is over. We are back, motherfuckers. All right, deal with it.
Holla.
Have a good one. For the Bedazzler and THC and Uncle Meat, we love you. Thanks for listening to the Us Guys Podcast, episode 69, May 17th, 2020.
Now, I'm full of your crazy, man. When I seen it going, that really got me. I don't like it. That stuff got to be hot.